Yeah. Turn that shit up.
Real psycho.
Roll it up. Prendelo. Yeah. Light it up. Real psycho. What we drinking, what we smoking. What we drinking, what we smoking. Who's rolling? Be real. Are you ready? This shit is knocking. Psycho blast. Ha, yo. Psycho blast. Get ready. Real psycho. Who's rolling up? I wanna smoke.
Real psycho.
Turn that shit up. Turn that shit up. Are we ready?
tiptoeing in my Timbos. I'm tiptoeing in my Timbos. But you heard me right, I'm tiptoeing in my Timbos. School, find another fool. I'm not hearing what you're putting down. Look around, use another tool. Come against me and I use it as fuel. The bull of the block, put the hammer on cock. Let me silence the talk. Violence in the street that I walk. A black hoodie in the 40 block. Venom in the shadow of dark. With the heart of stone on me, I'll be setting the tone. Lyrical hammers that break bones. The great one's home. Get out of here. If you smell what the doc's pushing, you wanna see what's in the bag and you're caught looking. Ain't no mistaking, taking deep breaths in. Yeah, the hives creeping in the block to caught your ass sleeping. You'll never cheapen the Cali dreaming. Tick tock and you don't stop. Don't stop. Click clack and you step back. Step back. Hit a lick and you don't quit. Don't quit. Pop pop and your ass drops.
We gonna do how this shit work. Got the red laser lights and shit. Pass them. Don't get greedy, don't take two of them. I see my man taking two of them.
When that guy is right, that's
Pop pop and your ass drop. If you a Cali dreamer, lean on my shoulder, the holder of the rock. They told me I'd never see her the way that others thought. Put you on the spot like a dot on your head. If you forgot, tick tock, pop, infrared. They say we going in slow motion. We call it coasting, yeah, the boys from Pacific Ocean. We keep it moving, what we doing might keep you posted. Or you may never have a notion, you might catch emotion. Let's hit you with the hot one like a shotgun. Yeah, we caught one, now we got your attention. We Top Gun, stop son. Less is more, coming at your head like a 4-4. Pointing through the window like we at war. Come on. Tick tock and you don't stop. Don't stop. Click clack and you step back. Step back. Hit a lick and you don't quit. Don't quit. Pop pop and your ass drops.
Motherfuckers got the block hot. Some out of time and try to get slick and got shot.
Pop pop.
Time to skip town like hopscotch and kill my anxiety with a scotch shot. All I do is hang around henchmen. All you do is hang around yes men. I'm a senior, you a freshman. I drink liquor, you drink a refreshment. We keep it gangster, you keeping it wankster. You got pop for being a prankster. By the dock, next to the tanker. You got dropped like a chain with the anchor. To the bottom of the ocean like shellfish. When you playing on the team, you can't be selfish. Put the spotlight on Elvis. Yo, B, these dudes look fishy. I'm starting to smell fish.
Tick tock and you don't stop. Click clack and you step back. Hit a lick and you don't quit. Pop pop and your ass drops.
Disclaimer. This video, like all videos featured on this channel, is definitely intended for mature audiences. This video is likely to contain profane language. Content is inappropriate for minors. Video is not for kids.
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show. Lord of mercy.
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show live on Twitch, Discord, YouTube, and the home site, www.BREALTV. Salute to everybody on Twitch and X, and everybody here on YouTube. Went out. I rolled it out so fast I had to repeat it. Anyway, much love. We are live, and I'm here with the legendary Mellow Mayonnaise in the building.
Thank you, my legendary brother. It's good to be back. Been down. I don't know if you knew. Been down a little bit, but yeah.
Back in the place.
Back in the place.
Good stuff.
Starting to get concerned.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, brother.
We also we got the Treehouse crew, Bolton, Blombo, Bra Bra, and the Dominator.
Yo, what up? Yo, is that a dangerous hat Mellow's wearing? Like to wear around Los Angeles?
An Angels hat?
Yeah.
Why?
Because doesn't everyone bleed Dodgers blue around here?
We do, but I mean, you know, like if you're one of those fit guys that like E-Zone, for instance, he may not be rooting for the team that the hat that he's wearing, but it goes with the splash. And or you're a guy like Mellow who is Team California. All the California teams he supports.
And to be fair, that's not a hat that I brought in way more crazier hats with just single letters that'll put me in more danger than that hat.
Well, I think he just means because it's Dodgers over Angels down here. If you go to OC, it's different.
I'll rock any California team, Dago, Giants, all that, because realistically, once we win the World Series, it's like ha ha. You know what I mean?
Mellow.
So I'll rock anything.
Team California.
Yeah.
Like my heart can stand you do your thing, get your bread at the LAFC game, of course. Maybe at the Galaxy.
Yeah,
game. I don't ever want to see you at the San Diego game.
A San Diego hat? I've rocked it here before.
They haven't earned it.
Well, that's different. That's
Yeah.
different than being there. You rocking the hat is different than being at one of their games.
No, because they got a new team, Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll see you go to MLS game, obviously to LAFC, of course. I'll even let the Galaxy one slide. Get your paper, get your points.
Yeah.
But if I see you at the San Diego game, my heart, bro.
Yeah, no. The San
Since
Diego
my
hat.
heart gonna drop. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like doo, 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 doo.
Yeah, we're good, but I'll just say for the record that San Diego brown with the yellow with the gold. It's a nice drip with my brown jacket, though.
You talk about Padres?
I am.
Well, yeah, that drip is cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they got good peoples down there. We got a lot of good folks down there that we know and love
Absolute.
and love us back. So
Absolute. It's California, baby.
yeah.
California knows how to party. You know what I'm saying?
I just wish they changed it to the Anaheim Angels or the Orange County Angels. I don't know why it says Los Angeles Angels.
I think Bolton is on to something here for once. But my thing is, maybe they should be called like they used to be called in the what was it, the late 70s, early 80s, the California Angels.
But weren't they the Anaheim
what it
Angels
is.
next?
See, we're the same, cut from that cloth. California Angels. What was wrong?
What was wrong with that?
Separated you from everybody else.
It's because the owner that came in that bought it from, I don't know, Gene Autry's group or whatever, because he had it as the California Angels.
Disney wasn't involved no more.
No, Disney was never involved in the Angels like that. It was Gene Autry in the beginning.
Yeah.
He was a big movie country guy, like a John Wayne, but slightly before John Wayne, I guess.
Yeah.
He bought the team, and at first he called them the Los Angeles Angels, and then he flipped it to the California Angels or something like
That's
that.
facts.
And the new owner or the guy who came and bought it from that group, I think he was a Latino dude, and
Artie Moreno.
Yes, and he realized that having the Los Angeles brand behind it would probably be more beneficial, you know, calling them the Los Angeles Angels. And then they even tried to flip it, Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. How did that work? That's Orange County. You got a team they're not even in LA County. So it should have been that they reflipped that name back to the California Angels and just left them at that, or the Angels of Anaheim or Anaheim Angels.
And it was Anaheim, right? Because I think
fun fact is the Angels were the first team here.
Yeah.
Before the Dodgers.
Yeah. So they got rights to the
Los
LA
Angeles
name.
Angels. Yeah.
They got rights to the LA name before the Dodgers for sure.
Yeah, but who put
Do you remember many years ago?
But they never actually played in Los Angeles.
B, I got one for you. You remember many years ago we was young, and I crashed my car, my sister's car, into my neighbor's car, and I had to sell oranges that whole summer. Remember that?
Yeah.
Well, that man who I crashed his car into, my sister's car into, played for the Los Angeles Angels.
Oh, wow.
Way back when, you know, TV was in black and white and all that.
Hey,
Yeah.
How many? Okay, how many oranges, bro? Like you said, all.
Many van loads.
Many bags.
My dad
You
went
fucked
out
up
and
that
bought
car
a
that
whole
bad?
van for that.
Damn.
He bought a van. That's, I mean, and kept it fully stocked.
But you drinking or what was he doing?
I was 15, 16 years old.
Then you gonna sell these bitches right here. Pops wasn't for that shit.
Got work.
And if you would have seen these guys as pops at that age, I mean, I was not around yet. I heard this story, but I was not around yet because, what, you were 15 or something
I
like
was
that?
15.
Yeah, no, I wasn't hanging with you yet, but I did hear that story later. And to know the Mr. Reyes, as we all called him on the block, this motherfucker was the most ripped person on the block. He's walking around with fucking, 18, 20-inch arms, zero body fat, chest out to here, back fucking wide. There was nobody stepping to these guys' father, so I know they weren't stepping and try, so a father said, hey, and I don't have the accent down, you know what I mean? But like, I'm just saying, like, as a father to a son, if you say, hey, you're gonna sell these fucking oranges this summer, there was no saying no to this man, right? Am I right?
No, of course not.
Hey, Sendogger, you never stepped up, because sometimes between brothers, somebody's like, I can take my dad. Like,
No.
like you never.
No.
Like,
I know I didn't.
Hey, listen,
Me
I
neither,
know
bro.
Sen was the buck of the two brothers in terms of, like if you were to get into a fight, like Sen Dog's the more of the ruffian of the two Reyes brothers,
I'm a
right?
lover.
He would never have stepped to father. I mean, I seen it right there. I mean, I was right there. I wouldn't step to father.
No.
Shit.
Nah.
Nah.
And that would have been committing suicide.
it's crazy because he's like a solid old guy. Most of those guys that are like buff all their lives, they end up being pretty solid old men. And your dad's like, well, he's there, bro. Like he's in the moment, bro. Like a lot of people his age, they're like, you don't know where the fuck they're at, but they're not there.
Well, I'll tell you what.
He'll be 92 next month. Yeah.
In his 50s, he was in better shape than any of us when we were in our fucking 20s, and even right now. Like, yeah, I work out and all that shit, but I ain't close to what that man was. I mean, zero body fat with a fucking six-pack. He's competing in, senior fucking weight fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
California.
Dude, he's got them Cuban starvation genes, bro.
and he wasn't on.
Like-
and he wasn't on no steroids.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
all natural.
Which was probably 4% body fat, 5%, something ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was ridiculous. We were all pretty much envious. Cause
Yeah, by the way, my display is just in case if you guys didn't know, and that's E-Zone to the right. Just so you guys know.
Oh, we didn't even get that.
No,
far.
yeah, we didn't get there. So just in case.
We got the legendary Mellow Mayonnaise in the building. We got Cali Blythe,
Booyah.
Concentrate King,
Yes, sir.
and Mr. Milligram Z-Zone.
Hey, when it's a good show, it don't just happen like that.
Yeah,
It just,
right?
yeah, sometimes.
Organic.
Yeah, when we go off the top.
Sometimes I start the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast, and I just introduce myself.
You know,
like I'll just be like, yo, what's everybody doing?
it all starts with a question.
Yeah, that's really how it starts.
It was the hat.
To go back to the Angels thing, 97 to 2008, that's when Disney owned and then the logo was with the little wings, because that's where the animation changed. So they had a lot of big time stakes. There's a lot of memorabilia that got made during that time. It's just worth a lot of money. They still have stake in the actual franchise, but not enough for them to claim ownership like they did between 96 to 98.
Yeah, I mean, they built that city together, man. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much.
They did.
Yeah, you know. And
so you want to talk a little basketball, guys? Especially little Knicks. Been waiting for you to get back on these Knicks.
They were they were doing so good. A couple of bad coaching fucking things though, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, this is unsurmountable. Not many teams have come back from this. But the thing about the Knicks is that throughout the playoffs, you know, in all the series, they had been down by 20 in games and came back to win.
Bro, these pieces of shit had a 14-point lead with 3 minutes to go.
Oh, yeah, I seen that.
First team to ever do it in playoff history. There's the Knicks for you. 3 minutes, 14-point lead, gone.
Hey, but you know, all this Nick hate has been working for you. So
yeah, let's hope they come back, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Because they got heart, man. They got a good team.
Yeah.
They might replace that coach though, because he made 2 pivotal fuck ups in this particular series. Stephen A called him out on one of them, where he kept one of the guys like he kept him out way too long.
Should have rested
too
him
many
more.
minutes. He was resting him too long while these guys built a fucking crazy lead on him and took away that 14-point lead they had. He had Jalen Brunson sitting on the fucking bench doing nothing.
Man, that's the sad thing. This is what we've been through as Knicks fans for 40, 50 years, bro. Fucking, they'll get you almost there every time and let you the fuck down. And once you go against Indiana's like our Boston, almost like Lakers.
Yeah, they're
Indiana
your poison.
is a rivalry, and they fuck us up, bro. Like, once we were facing them, I'm like, we're done. It's like playing the mush. I'm like, yep, you can have it. All you.
It's not done
Since
yet.
the Reggie Miller days, bro.
It's not done yet.
It ain't.
You know,
but
it's the Knicks.
Hey, did you know that Reggie Miller, he was like, because he had a sister, right?
Yeah.
And his sister was like 100 times better than him?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that shit. I
Cheryl
went
Miller.
to like this deep dive, and I was like,
Yeah, Cheryl Miller.
Cheryl Miller, yeah.
What, as a shooter?
No, it's just an overall player.
Because he was one of the best 3-pointers before Steph Curry. It was
so when you hear them do interviews together, he'll admit that she would son him on one-on-ones all the time.
Yeah, I'm old enough to remember seeing her play.
Oh, wow.
I did see.
Yeah, I remember seeing her play too.
She played for the WNBA?
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
her.
I mean-
So
She was one of the first star pro players. She was at USC, a star player there.
He looked like an alien, man.
Who?
With them ears, Reggie,
Oh,
them
yeah.
ears and
Reggie.
eyes and teeth. Yeah, he looked like a fucking alien.
Said that
Yeah, she could ball out.
Yeah.
there was like an interview that they did, and I saw in this like little small like video, and it said that he recalled when they were younger that they would go on competitions, and they came back, and he was like, how many points did you score today? And he was all hyped. He's like, yeah, I got 40 points in the game. And she's like, oh, that's cool. And he's like, how much did you get? He's like, I got 100. So he's like, just to give some context how much better she was even as like a kid.
Cheryl Miller was that bitch.
That's crazy.
And he'll admit it. He'll say it that his sister was a better player than him. And that should tell you something, because he was a fucking major player himself.
He literally was
They
like
have another brother used to play catcher for the Angels.
Huh,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. It's a
Yeah, so
total
it's like
athletic
athletic,
team,
yeah.
yeah.
The whole family. The whole family.
But literally, Reggie Miller was that Steph Curry before meaning the shots.
Yeah, he was
That's
that.
what
He
he
was
was known
3-point king, boy.
Yeah.
That was who
Three-pointer.
rappers were referencing before for 3-point.
Yeah, bro.
Songs, yeah.
For sure it
Yeah.
was Miller.
Well, it went from.
Here's the brother.
Tego Calderon.
Yeah,
fucking-
Tego Calderon.
Tego fucking, yeah.
It also was like Ray Allen. Ray
Yeah,
Allen
word.
and Reggie Miller were the
They
guys.
inspired Steph for sure.
And then Steph came and just blew their asses out.
He did.
He's crazy. He's
He's
crazy.
an alien. I mean, he's not from this world.
His 3-point game is crazy.
It is.
We ain't, like there's a lot of guys crafting their game after his right now, but
Good
that
luck.
dude is just spot the fuck on with his shit, man. I still think he could get that 5th ring.
Yeah.
You put the right team around old Steph Curry, boy. You seen what he did with the team they got, right? They don't have a center. They keep running small ball shit. But if they were to get a true center and a really good power forward, they already got a good bench. I mean, they would probably give that 5th.
Is he like real close to? How old is he compared to LeBron?
LeBron's 40. Steph's probably in his early 30s, maybe.
Okay, so he's still young.
He got some years if he
Because
wants to keep
LeBron
going.
hasn't retired yet.
It's the race to
And
5.
And they're different sized bodies, bro. Like LeBron's body's gonna wear quicker than
Oh, shit,
Reggie.
he like-
I mean,
Oh, he's
'cause
37,
just so
yeah.
damn big.
Yeah. He's a
It's like
few
a,
years
it's like
behind him.
a big dog compared to a small
It
dog.
is,
Yeah.
bro. 'Cause
It-
yeah, he's a big
It's
boy.
it's the race. It's the race to the 5th ring for those guys. They both got 4.
Oh wow.
They want to be in that one section where these guys got a handful of rings.
Who has the most rings of any player? Do you know?
Well, if you're looking at the before it changes to modern era basketball, it's Bill Russell with 11 rings. Whoa. But if you go to modern basketball, I mean, what's going to surprise you is that there's role players that have more rings than actual, like Michael Jordan has, because maybe they played with Michael Jordan and they played with Shaq and Kobe, so they got maybe 7 or 8 rings.
Word.
But as star players, the guys that lead the team,
Yeah.
Michael Jordan has the most. Well, Michael Jordan and Kareem have the most with 6.
Oh, okay.
Michael did it with the Bulls. Kareem has 1 with the Bucks and 5 with the Lakers. Magic Johnson's got 5 with the Lakers. Kobe got 5 with the Lakers.
You know what I really feel like?
Robert Horry got 5 with.
Put it on Mellow, please, for Christ's sake.
No. Derek Fisher got 5 with the Lakers. Robert Horry got 3.
I'm not even blowing smoke towards you, Mellow.
Ori has like 6 or 7.
Well, yeah, see, because Robert Horry got championship rings with Houston. I think he got 2 with Houston. He got 3 with us and 1 or 2 with the Spurs. But most of his, like the bulk of his rings came with
Can they
us.
take your ring away? Like, you know how they
No.
do it with like boxing?
No.
Like, when if you get disqualified and you get like a.
If they caught you point shaving
Oh,
and
for
shit
sure.
like
If
that,
you did
then-
something illegal or they found out steroids or something, yeah, then they could. But you know, that's like I think younger days.
So Robert Horry's got 7 rings, and he was a significant role player on each of those ring wins, meaning that he made shots that were significant to winning those games and defense. So, like, yeah, he's got 7 rings. He's got more than fucking Jordan. He wasn't the star, but he was pivotal. He was a pivotal role player on each team.
Why do you think it's because of the difference in generations that whenever you hear a lot of talk about the greatest, you know, you always hear a lot of Kobe, LeBron, Jordan, but there's not enough Kareem. Like, don't you feel like Kareem should be in that top conversation?
Well, some
or
people mention him because rightfully so. He should be in there. He revolutionized the game of center, really. You know what I mean?
And he broke tons of records that he still holds. I mean,
Yeah.
he was, you know.
So like, there's still some, but you know, his basketball style wasn't as dynamic as a Michael Jordan or a Magic Johnson or a guys like that.
He was a winner, but he didn't have that same
Yeah.
grace and I guess,
You
technique.
know, the way you see these guys doing the crazy ass dunks and all that shit, you know, all that ability and making the game exciting like that. He didn't have those, but he did create a move that nobody could fucking block, that no one could defend against, and then it would give enough on that because there ain't no other basketball player that's come up with a move that was
Couldn't fuck with.
indefensible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And up until LeBron, he held the fucking scoring record. But the thing is that in his lifetime, he got more rings than LeBron with all those fucking points.
Fucking Mellow.
There goes that.
Look at this guy.
Yeah. Hey.
I got way fucked up last week.
Oh, you got way
Last time I
fucked
was
up
here.
last week, huh?
Well, last time I was here, Doobie was going in pretty good.
A doobie.
And
He's usually
I
fucking.
just kind of had to bring the Ramulator back out today.
Hey, you were doing some shows lately, I saw.
We working, B. We working.
That's great, man. Where'd you go?
Shout out to the platform here at Dr. Greenthumb Shows. Got my visibility up and we working.
Word.
Thank you very much.
Did you perform that song "Welcome to My Groove" at the freestyle?
Yeah.
Yeah? How did it hit off?
Yeah, they loved it.
That shit, I would imagine. I was like, I wonder if he had to have performed that song.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because it was like a freestyle festival, so I was like, that shit must have popped off.
And that came out at a time where house was blowing up, right? The house scene was blowing the fuck up.
Early
Yeah, at
mid
that time,
80s,
I
right?
think the Jungle Brothers and myself were the only ones that were doing house music.
Girl, I'll house you, and
rappers
You at my
and
house
shit
now.
like that. Yeah, Girl,
Yeah.
I'll house you and all that.
You at my house now.
I remember going to Chicago in the early 90s, and we were rocking with our bro, DJ Jesse De La Peña, right? He was like he was like their Julio G down there type of dude, right? And whenever we'd come down there back in that time, we'd meet up with them, Bobo and I, and he'd take us to all the house clubs, and that shit be going off, bro. I was like, I like at first I didn't like house music, and then when I got into the Chicago house shit, I became a fan of it. I understood it different when I was actually in the building and it's played loud and motherfuckers are just wilding out. Yeah.
So that was me. I never liked it until I went to the first time to the Tunnel. I think it was 1995, but on a house night. And I forgot who.
They had a house night, huh?
Oh my God, 2 or 3 nights. It was one of the biggest like rave scenes was the Tunnel. Actually, to tell you the truth, the only hip hop night was fucking Sunday. Sunday was it. That was it. And that was, premieres, all the album releases. But Sunday was hip hop night. Other than that, that was a rave spot, bro.
Yeah.
And it was wild. But I popped a hit of fucking ecstasy in '95, and that music. Wait, I'm not joking.
It makes sense then.
Yo, oh my God, you like keep it going louder. I'm like crawling in speakers. I literally did them big ass speakers. I went in one of them and just stayed there and let it fucking rip past me. But yeah, bro, when you're in the zone, damn, that music will get you.
Yeah, that music will fucking get you.
It'll get you.
It was Tony G who turned me on to it.
Yeah. It's crazy because Tony stays hip to everything.
Yeah.
Like from back at that time to now. He stays up. He stays up our game, man. Salute to Tony G.
Yeah,
man.
salute to him. He made sure that we were on the cutting edge of a lot of shit, like bringing Afro-Cuban rhythms to hip-hop and doing like wawanko on top of beats,
A lot of people don't know that not only does my man, produce dope music, but he also plays some fucking awesome percussions.
Forget about
congas and drum work. He is the fucking man.
Yeah, he actually brought out his percussion to play on Wawanko.
Yeah,
on that Rap Wanko record where we mixed some Wawanko with hip hop.
Yeah,
it was a very experimental time for him.
Yeah,
and let's just throw it all in there. And what we did, But he was spearhead of a lot of that. It wasn't even my idea.
I feel like a lot of producers here back in that time were like following his lead for sure. Like he was the fucking guy. From the turntable shit to the production, because he did what most great producers do. If you notice, like in hip hop, right? That I've noticed, the guys that start off on the turntables and they eventually go over into making beats, those guys become very fucking.
Did Alchemist do that?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Muggs did that. But that's what Tony G did before anybody. He was on the turntables first. He knew how to fuck with instruments. He knew how to play percussions and drums and all that stuff. But he starts fucking with putting music together. You know what I mean?
I think you have a very good point with when you master it. And you don't necessarily have to master it, but you get familiar with the all around aspects of the craft. I think that makes the best recipe for you. Not necessarily, you might not even take it that serious to be one of the best, but to make you really good at what you do. Because people who started off making some beats like on Fruit Loops, I always wanted these people when I was into music. I always wanted some of these people. I'm like, man, imagine if you just knew how to make some scratches, or if you just dedicated the time, how you could just maybe sample some of these scratches, then put them shits on Fruity Loops, and then go. Like I was thinking like that because I know that my gift. I'm like, man, I could never, because I've tried it before. So, but with other crafts, it goes like the same way, like if you get familiar with, like, for example, if you're a content creator, it's more than just being like, it's a talent to be in front of the camera and be knowing when and what and how to speak and how to read the room. But then let's just say you're like, hey man, like my camera guy's swamped. Let me try to learn how to edit. And you become an editor, and then you kind of have more control towards things. You set up things a little bit differently. You become a little bit more of a master of the craft.
Your understanding becomes different.
Yeah.
And you know exactly how you should and how you would put it together, and you put that to task. And, like you look at guys like DJ Premier, who is clearly a DJ before he starts producing and becomes one of the greatest hip-hop producers of all time.
Yeah.
Same thing with DJ Muggs.
If you ask a lot of those guys, they'll tell you that judging what they did in the club is what helped them to transition to making the records.
Right. You know what I mean? On top of that, yeah, because you got the pulse right there in your hand. Like when you go DJ a club and you're a producer and you see what people are hitting to, what most importantly the girls are dancing to, that could give you perspective on the type of shit you should be making if you should be producing an artist or several artists. You have an idea and perspective like, okay, what do you want? Do you want a club hit? Or do you want that I'm in the ride shit and I'm just bopping my head shit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because there's those two kind of vibes that you go for.
And when a producer is able to like kind of offer that, because everybody can say it, bro, but when somebody's able to play something for you and they're like, all right, I see what you're talking about. It's like when you're into like fashion or something like that, or you have a brand and you have a graphic designer that knows, like, yeah, I may not be the best artist, but off of my little vision, I'm like, this is the vibe I'm trying to create, and that person brings it to light because they understand. That's a gift within itself, man. Like for them to bring the vibe, because somebody could just be like, oh, this is what I'm thinking is that, and it's not gonna hit the same way.
Yeah,
somebody who's seasoned with the shit and has been around,
think about
you can always tell just off of just hearing it, seeing it.
Think about it like this: there are some producers that can't touch the turntables; they don't know what the fuck to do with them. You know what I mean? And there are some DJs that they're just good on the fucking turntables. They can't really produce.
But that's okay.
They might overproduce or underproduce or not know how to do it at all. And then there's the motherfuckers that could snap in and do both. And those are special motherfuckers because usually those are the ones belting out the classics.
The DJ Quicks and people like
Yeah,
that.
Large Professor,
Large
DJ
Word,
Quick,
man.
And it's
Dr. Dre. He started off as a DJ before he was fucking making beats.
Then you have the guy that can rhyme also.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, the
DJ
fucking
produced.
the triple threat.
The triple
Right?
threat. Yeah.
Which is DJ Quick.
And
Yeah.
Dre, too.
You know what I'm saying?
With Timberland Count, he was on records too, and he made some. He produced
Well, I think you're the triple threat if you could, like make the music and all the stuff we talked about on top of writing the
like
song
your
and
hit?
busting out. Like it's different if someone's writing it for you.
Like Dre don't write much of his own.
Yeah, that
performs
to
it.
me that doesn't count. He's the double. You know what I mean? He got to the DJ, the producing, and the greatness, right? And he's a dope rapper. Don't get me wrong,
But he's not really a writer.
But he don't pen them. Yeah, he don't write them. I'm saying like guys like Quick write their shit. So like that's a triple threat that you can, make. You could fucking cut on your beat. You could find the samples. You could do all that shit. Or Quick's the guy that can play it too.
Sugar-free producer.
Play it.
He could play it. He could put it all together, and he could write the song to it.
and you.
That's a triple threat right there. That's
threat.
different.
And it's okay to try, but not everybody could be the triple threat. You know
Not
what I'm saying?
everybody.
Like
Right.
now, or the double. Sometimes
lot,
you can try it, and you also have to recognize to be like, hey, well,
Pete Rock was the
this-
triple
this
threat.
wasn't it.
Pete Rock.
Pete Rock's a triple threat.
Would our very own Psycho Les be a triple
Yes.
threat?
Psycho Les
Yes.
is the triple threat of triple threats.
Kinda
Let us not
four.
forget
DJing,
because he started.
producing, rhyming.
Yeah, because he started
While
off.
drinking.
He started off all well drinking.
Quadruple.
Yeah, no, he started off just like that. You know what I mean? DJing first, then got into producing the beats, then started flipping rhymes on that shit. That's the triple threat right there.
Was Sugar-free a producer or no? He just
He might have produced. Yeah, I mean I'm not exactly
he's
sure.
not really known for producing, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
not that I'm aware of. Diamond D's another one.
My man DJ Position of Bone Thugs and Harmony can even sing as well.
Wow, that's
So
crazy.
now we have 4 elements he does well.
Yeah, if you could sing, that's the four. That's the quadruple.
Fourth joint, right?
Sometimes
Yeah.
doing all that just is too much, and then maybe you don't get to focus on like your like
Well,
being just one thing, like being the artist. Like for example, like I'm thinking about it, I'm like, man, how great would it have been if like Drake would have had that aspect too? But I'm like, he's already big just being Drake. He
Well-
probably wouldn't have been as big or maybe have that many albums if
Well-
he was stuck on producing his shit too.
Well, we're talking about layers, right? Like what, like how some guys got started. They probably didn't know that they were going to become producers, or maybe they thought that was the entryway. I got to learn how to DJ. Or maybe, someone else told him, hey, you're pretty good at crate digging. You got good selections. You should maybe get into making some of this shit, sampling and blah, 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 blah.
Some out of necessity shit.
Yeah, like one never knows how you get into it because, I mean, in the beginning, I don't think any of the guys that got into DJing thought it would lead them into production.
Facts.
And it just sort of happened organically. Like, hey, you know, I got a fucking ear for this. I think I could pop this off. And if they had any bit of guidance, like people like putting them on to certain shit, like this is how you do it. Yeah, that a lot of these guys fucking snapped in and became legendary producers out of that.
Jay Dilla, yeah, they've been saying he's definitely one of the.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't just rap enough.
Yeah,
Well, I
some
never
guys,
seen him DJ,
some guys were
Oh, yeah, he
musicians.
definitely DJ'd.
Some guys had abilities to play instruments, so they kind of had that in their repertoire and maybe utilized the knowledge of that to like fucking make music, you know, as a producer and shit like that. But others, you know, in hip hop, they came from the DJ background, at least in the beginning.
Would you
A lot
say?
of
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Would you-
I mean, look at Mr. Magic or Molly Mall. They were DJs too, right?
Yeah,
or
they were
Molly Mall was a
Molly Mall,
DJ,
DJ.
and then turned into producer. What were we going to say, Bolton?
Would you say like Manny Fresh? Would he be a triple threat?
You know what he does?
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, he does. He DJs.
Like when I think of
and
like the
raps.
big timers.
Yeah.
He
kind of.
definitely
Yeah,
does.
he
Yeah.
did.
He
Yeah.
definitely does.
Yeah, he's a triple threat for
Yep.
sure.
Even if it's not your style, he does it.
Manny Fresh from
The South, like Juvenile and all them.
Baby's brother, Birdman.
Manny
Yeah,
Fresh.
Manny Fresh, bro. Yo, he gets down.
Oh yeah.
I like some of his shit, man.
No, yeah, he got hits on his
Yeah, bro.
catalogs, son.
I
Yeah,
fucked
during the
with-
Hot Boys era, like they made a lot of banging shit.
They
Like
did. I
I
was about
fuck
to
with
say,
their shit. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I
Nothing made me
remember
want to
that.
escalate more than seeing them dudes drive one, bro. Like I was like, yo.
No, they turned up big.
They-
They got the first really big
Hell
$1 million
yeah.
deals.
And they were one of the first dudes that made that shit. I see that new Monte Carlo got that bitch on dubs. I was
Yep.
like, what the fuck are dubs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
20.
And I
That
was-
car game
Yeah,
crazy.
bro.
Birdman and them, yeah.
Oh yeah, they were.
fuck
Hey,
game.
they made a big splash.
They did.
That
You know, you can't-
Mercedes Benz.
Yeah.
They switched it up.
That frog guy.
Yeah, you can't discount what they did. But that like to your point, it was a triple threat.
Yeah.
For sure. There are plenty of those, and thank God for them because they be coming up with the jams.
Master P.
I don't know if
He
Master
didn't
P.
DJ, right?
I don't think so. I don't even think
He's-
I don't know if he produced.
He falls in the
He had-
category of like
Oh, he
business
wasn't
goer
a
or just
producer?
entrepreneur. Like
He had producers. It wasn't like Dre probably got producers, but he's a guy that could actually touch those songs because he produces.
like a
Where
business
there's
mogul.
guys that executive produce. I'm gonna get Mellow to produce this song. I'm gonna get Cali Blaze to produce this song, and I'm gonna get E-Zone to produce the third song, and I'm just kind of gonna oversee shit.
That's like
You know
a
what I mean?
business mogul type of
Right.
guy.
And then there's the
Executive
hands-on producer. And then there's the hands-on producer, which he's either going to do it all himself or he's going to be collaborating with everybody at all times.
Because he came up, Master P has just done like nonstop business moves. Like even till this day, like he may not be relevant because of his music, bro, but you walk into any 7-Eleven,
Well, let's
any like liquor store, bro, his chips are on the shelf.
well, let's be 1,000. He had hits.
No, he did for sure, but I'm saying like relevant, like consistently, where like people from his era, it's hard. It's not many people have been as successful as like a
Yeah,
Scoop
true.
or like you or E40, where like people is just they still have those fans because of the music.
Oh, yeah.
He's done multiple endeavors, with his business
Oh.
and what he's accomplished.
Oh, he was smart, man.
Yeah.
Salute to Master P, man.
You know who's like a triple threat and like in a different way, like E40, where like dude is just like, but he played the ball in like both ways because he's still making bangers and music, and it's like even if it's just on some West Coast shit, bro, I'm fucking with the new school, but like, bro, what he's done with that business shit. Is
Q-Tip's that guy, too.
It's a whole nother thing. Like he was one of the first people to do the wine. Now he's like he has a liquor in every category, bro.
Yeah. Q-Tip. Because Q-Tip can produce, DJ, and obviously
MC.
like a
And
motherfucker.
I first remember when we started hearing Tribe Called Quest, I thought it was Ali Shaheed Muhammad that was making the beats.
I think he made some of them, but Q-Tip was making
The bulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea till several albums in that he really put it out there. Like, I've been the one doing all this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Legendary work on top of that.
I kind of don't like that when an artist comes out very like mysterious and they don't want it to be disclosed. Like I remember I like when the weekend in the beginning when he came out and like nobody knew who he was and he had this whole mysterious thing. I was like, what the fuck's the point of that, bro? I was like, don't you want people to like you? So or like when the people are a mysterious producer, like they don't want. I'm like, bro, you're not a superhero.
Well, now look at him. He's got movies where he's playing him like guys like himself.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying like
It's the second movie where he plays like a superstar, pop star guy with problems.
But like just as a fan, I feel like I'm like, man, bro. I was like, what's the deal, bro? What are you hiding, bro? Just know yourself.
Like, can you tell me this? Who's the DJ for Wu-Tang Clan?
Do they have an official DJ?
You know, that's a great question.
That really is a good question.
Because I've never really heard of a
They have to have a DJ.
Well, I know they have to have a DJ, and they do use two badass DJs, but like, you never really hear about them on the records.
Right.
It's really more about the rappers.
Yeah.
And then the beats, who made the beats? The
RZA.
Yeah, it's like, but who's the DJ?
I'm seeing right now DJ Mathematics
Oh,
and DJ Symphony.
Yes, DJ Mathematics. He's been a long time DJ for them. I believe Symphony too, because they, like they'll split it up, or they'll both be up there. I remember Meth and Red used to use two DJs. When they do their show, they'd have both their DJs up there, and they'd just be splitting it.
Do you think a DJ should be a part of like a permanent part all the time though?
For hip hop, yes.
Like just like I mean, sometimes I feel sometimes it works. Like you know what I mean? Like it
depends what it is.
They become embedded into like the group, but
it depends what it is, because I mean the way that Kendrick Lamar presented his show at SoFi, not the one he just did, but the one before that, he didn't have nobody on stage but him. Like the band was underneath the stage, and if there was a DJ, the DJ was underneath the stage, and you couldn't see them. You know that they were there and they were playing.
Yeah.
This is the
But
one
you
with
did
Drake or the one after?
I think it's...
Was that like Drake one where that song and just the battle song?
I think so, yeah.
That was crazy.
That looked nice and clean for a solo rapper to be up there like that. So, I think that would be a clean look for Wu-Tang or a group duo situation. But realistically,
up there and all
but
that.
yeah, because it gets a little messy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you got a band up there that's like a fucking, 8-piece band or whatever, and you want to try to like get to everybody, it's kind of hard getting around all that. So I could see how Kendrick utilized, having them play on the bottom. Sure, they're not going to get no shine, but they played a fucking great show. They were locked in down there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants just a different presentation. Some people want to show the band. Some people, want the stage bare. And it looked good the way he had it. But I can't see that happening for us.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Y'all
I can't
do
see.
with it like
I
that.
can't see putting Bobo and Lord under the stage.
No.
It'd just be a send dog up there.
I'll be way over there.
It ain't gonna work.
Nah.
He's gonna be looking at Bobo for cues and can't find him. Word up, man. Salute to Bobo. He's out in the Tina visiting his son, little Will. Yeah, man. Fucking A. Doing all these shows. He came home for a day and then jumped back on a flight. We came back from Canada and he just jumped on that flight to the Tina, son.
Mm-hmm.
And then a 6-hour bus ride. Oof.
damn, that's dedication right there.
Well, he's going to see his son. But he was rolling. What you need? You need another one?
A tip.
Oh, you need a tip.
I'm gonna ask him to roll this whole thing. I'm just tipping. Yo, Aton, can you bring a 10 or a 12 milli, please?
Yeah. Yeah. Man.
He's gone.
He's like, okay.
He's gone.
Yeah, he's all gone.
He's gonna
Hey,
fucking.
bro, if you're there.
Too bad there's not a mic over
Yeah,
there. He'd be like, I fucking left.
I want to give a quick thank you to everybody who showed up to the Long Beach Barbecue Festival. It was a great turnout Friday and Saturday. Shout out to the city of Long Beach and Axiom Barbecue. We have High and Hungry, I guess, first episode of the season got filmed there. So look forward to it at the end of this week on BREALTV. It features some of the best barbecue out here in Southern California, and I definitely paced myself. So I did not end up in food coma. 2 ounces here, 2 ounces there.
Pace is important.
Walked, chilled. So
those skewers look good. Bro.
Oh,
whatever those little.
There was some amazing
They
stuff
look
there,
good, bro.
And I can't wait till everybody sees how that episode turned out. Shout out to the whole team, Jose and Ray, for being the camera team.
Pace is important because you could blow yourself out in the first couple minutes if you just fucking gorge yourself. Like your eyes are like Oh my God, you're trying to take everything. You got to pay. It's like going to Fogo.
Have you ever had a Texas Twinkie?
The fuck is a Texas Twinkie?
See, that's what okay. So, well, I mean, you've traveled before, so I figured maybe you tried it before. So, it's a big. I don't know where the fuck they're getting these jalapenos, right? So these are the biggest jalapenos you get.
Right.
You take the guts out. You make a mashup of cream cheese with brisket.
Ooh.
And then you bacon wrap it.
Oh my God.
And okay, these are like a good example, but the ones made by Ruben's Barbecue that we had there were just big.
Oh my God.
They were just amazing.
Come on, Bart's. Where are you?
Oh yeah, he's gonna look at everything in the video. He's like, I'm just gonna make that myself.
Yeah, and he needs to bring that here.
Yeah, it was there was some new stuff that we showcased there. Shout out to Ruben's Barbecue. It was great. I got to sell a lot of my merch, and I got to try some barbecue one bite at a time, not a whole meal.
One
I
bite.
seen a lot of people eat a lot though.
Well, you know what? There's two things about when it comes if you're gonna go to a place to eat. You got to think how your stomach works, right? So if you're trying to get a lot of food in, you got to eat it quick because you got to eat it before your stomach says, "Yo, we're gonna die." You got like literally, you got like 20, 30 minutes before your stomach sends that signal. For people who are trying to like not be sick, you eat slower, but you're just not going to consume as much
and chew a lot more
and chew more. Yeah, then that's the way you're supposed to eat, so you don't eat so much.
You chew all that shit up so that you make room for what you want to eat, and you're not stuffing yourself.
Yeah,
makes it harder to digest too.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
When you're just swallowing that shit down.
I love lamb, bro. Lamb is just one.
Lamb is good.
Mary had a little lamb, and E-Zone ate him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lamb skewers.
Skewers.
Yeah, and then lamb chops. It was so much stuff, man.
Oh my God.
I know if you would have been in town, you definitely would have stopped by. I would have got you in and got hooked
I
up.
would have went. I mean, shit. All right.
What else?
I don't know where we're at. Oh, hold on. It's National Hamburger Day.
I was just about to say.
Why wouldn't it be like Memorial Day? Right?
Okay, no, it's an actual. It's a difference. So it's a big difference. National Cheeseburger Day is in September.
Right.
And then Hamburger Day
is today.
A combination of just the actual hamburger patty with different ingredients in there.
Different kind of hamburgers.
Cheese, yeah,
right.
But yeah.
But still,
more
bro,
of a preparation of
Memorial
actual
Day,
meat.
Your choice of burger.
Memorial Day, Labor Day, or 4th of July. Those are like the biggest burger days
Those
of the year.
burgers and Franks.
Yeah, exactly.
Franks and burgers.
Yep, that's dedicated for those days.
Going to a burger event tonight.
Good, that's
for
good.
Hamburger Day.
Where is it?
It's at this.
Look at that.
This garden.
Oh my God.
Why have a hamburger? We could have a cheeseburger with everything on it.
Yeah,
I mean, you ain't wrong. Yeah. I prefer a cheeseburger too.
But would you still fuck that up though?
I would fuck
Yeah.
that.
Okay, there you go.
I might ask for cheese on it, but if they didn't, I would like just fuck it up anyway.
Sometimes
Can I
it's
get a
good-
hamburger with cheese, please?
Sometimes it's good to do no cheese, but add avocado or guacamole.
I can't do it.
I'll do that.
I can't do the guac or the avocado on a burger.
Not guac, but I'll do avocado.
I can't even do it.
Can't do both.
You don't like it? What, the texture? or
Changes
what is it?
changes
It
the
just
flavor.
adds too much, like
Changes the flavor. Too
Yeah, it might, but that's how I feel about onions. Like I like it, but it changes the flavor.
That's the same thing with a burrito. I cannot have a fucking avocado in any burrito.
Really? Wow, yeah.
No, that just changes the flavor.
Yeah, no, yeah, I like that though. You know,
I could have the avocado on the side.
Right.
I don't want it inside.
I got you. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even on,
I'm like that with some things, just
Yeah.
not that one. That
yeah,
one I
just put the
like.
fucking avocado on the side,
Yes,
B.
Get it out of there.
that to me pisses me off.
Yeah,
right
I
there,
can't
bro.
do that.
That
No.
looks terrible.
That's horrible.
That is not, no. A slice of avocado, I'm okay, bro.
That's Bolton worthy.
That
right
I'm not
there.
okay
That shit
with.
looks like it has the pit in the middle, bro.
Yeah,
like what
bro.
the fuck is that brown shit right there?
Nah, man.
Yeah, like who the fuck
bacon
put?
bits.
Yeah.
Bacon bits, maybe?
Yeah, no.
That looks fucking
Why
terrible.
is there avocado bits in the actual
Don't
patty?
make fun of
Zoom
my
in, bro.
burger.
Look at
Real
that.
talk, yo, I will fuck that burger up.
I
Bro,
know
that
you.
looks
I
like
listen.
baby puke.
I know you will, but I cannot. That'd be a trip that I can't take with you.
That looks like a baby threw up on that burger.
Nah.
That is crazy.
Like,
I'm
if I
afraid I
It
can't.
looked delicious.
I'm afraid I can't take that ride.
If they brought that to me for High and Hungry, I would literally be like, "Look, I appreciate it, but I'll get a spoon and scoop half of that shit out, or just like
I would just move it all off.
Yeah.
I leave that cheese right there and scoop that fucking guac right off and get some chips and eat the guac with
Is this
some chips.
AI? What kind of fucking lettuce is that in the bottom, bro?
What's that's that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
this
but-
ain't even real burgers, bro.
Yeah, what is
No,
that? I
I
don't
mean
think that's even supposed to be
that
lettuce.
still counts.
I don't think that's even supposed to be lettuce.
It's probably not.
That thing definitely was.
Like a fucking
It's
banana
probably
leaf at the
not.
bottom, bro.
Right?
You guys are real
I'm just
picky.
showing you guys the worst burgers
Yeah, you
ever.
Yeah.
On Hamburger Day.
Well,
How
you know
dare
they
you?
made a
It's-
rule because of McDonald's and all them. I don't know if it's out here or
Yeah, it's out here.
yeah. You can't make it look. It has to be number one.
It has
like,
to look the same as the promotion.
and
Yeah.
you can't use like they used to use like glue for the mayo, white glue for mayo. Like it was all fake props to make it look like this.
That shit
Can't
looks
do
so
that
good,
shit no
though.
more. Like
That's why. Hey, listen.
Good.
That's why the burgers look slightly better now.
yeah.
Because they have to live up to the fucking promo
Yeah,
shot.
Nice.
Without the cheats. It is also National Brisket Day. Where are you, Barts?
Dustin, what the fuck?
Barts.
You are sleeping,
Mr.
bro.
Barts, where are you on National Brisket Day?
I'm about to post a brisket on.
Remember the time
should
you
post his phone number now.
remember the time you wrecked the studio?
Yeah. Yeah, you could have made it up to us today by National Brisket
He's
Day.
probably mad because somebody gave a foodie came by his truck and gave him a quote unquote bad review.
Oh,
really?
They made a video and then he posted it. I'm not saying it because I'm like, oh, check it out, but he
No.
he
Yeah, he's
reposted
pissed.
it so because he loves to fucking
Fight with
embrace
people,
the
yeah.
fucking drama, but
hey, look, it's crunchy.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's fucking
hate
crunchy.
brisket.
Hate brisket.
Yeah.
Ooh, God.
It was good, man.
Yeah. His hate brisket is
You know,
the
I
best.
like this. Most briskets are smoked like Dustin does, but like Cat's brisket, what I love about it is it's in an oven. So like I don't always want that smoky taste. I like sometimes that barbecue taste instead of smoke.
Yeah, I don't
It's a
mind that.
Yo, that's like next time you go to Cat's, get their brisket, just you feel that difference. It's fucking good, man.
I had
Roasted.
I had a good brisket on this Canadian run. It was
What part?
really
Where in
fucking
Can-
good. I
in
can't
Canada?
remember
Was it
right.
Toronto?
I can't remember. I
Quebec.
I think it was Quebec.
Brisket in Canada.
Quebec. All right. It is also National Flip Flop Day, which I imagine Trace is wearing while he's walking through his house right now.
Pops, bro.
So, one of the first dudes I met out here when I moved here in 06, this kid is a straight like OC kid, and he wears when his father died, he wore a fucking suit with rainbow sandals, bro, with flip flops.
My father would have wanted me to be
exactly,
casual.
exactly that, by the way. Yes,
My father didn't wear suits and he didn't give
Yeah,
a shit
This
if I...
dude literally to a funeral wore them shits. That's how serious he
Oh.
took them.
He said, "Always be yourself."
Hey, listen. So, there's something to be said about a motherfucker that'll just be rolling through the day in flip flops.
Word.
I remember we were taking this fucking meeting with this very wealthy dude, and he wanted to figure out how we do some sort of collaboration together and stuff like that. And we met him in this building here downtown, right? Or one of his people, actually, 3 of his main people that worked his company, right? And we're waiting in the office building, and here comes the helicopter. Lands on the roof. We're like, oh shit, this motherfucker came in on a helicopter, right? The first guy comes out, he's casual, whatever, got jeans, a shirt, sneakers, whatever. Second dude comes out, and there was only 2. He comes out in like a Hawaiian type of button-down shirt, some shorts, and some flip-flops, no socks. And, we're like, damn, this motherfucker must be balling out to come to a business meeting in a helicopter, not give a fuck to come in flip-flops.
That's how you know you got next level money.
Yeah.
You do shit like that.
We didn't do no business with him because he was full of shit.
Oh,
but
was he?
but for me, it was more like the audacity. Like, this motherfucker came in flip-flops to a business meeting.
Yeah.
It's
No
like,
worries in the world, huh?
well, either that or he wasn't taking us serious enough to like fucking, hey, dress like, put it this way, dog. I seen Donnie Einer, who was the head of Sony Music, check our lawyer for not coming to the business or to the meeting with him in a suit. Like, totally checked his ass. Like, and we heard it. It was right in front of us.
Like he
We were
chewed him out type.
Yeah.
So, let's just say you and Cali Blaze are the group, right?
All right.
And you're here with the meeting with the head of Sony Music, and Mellow's your lawyer, and let's just say you guys are dressed the way you guys are because you guys are artists. But let's say Mellow comes in dressed like maybe you or like this. Well, the guy at Sony is in a fucking suit. You guys are okay. Manager who's sitting over there, he's probably okay too. But the lawyer?
Right.
He better not feel too comfortable enough to come see the head of this label in his casual clothes.
It's disrespectful.
It's disrespectful. And he fucking told him that. He says, hey, you guys don't take this personal. The next time you come see me, you better be in a fucking suit. Otherwise, you're not getting in here.
Damn.
It's true. It's
Told our lawyer just like that.
Yeah, no.
He didn't remain our lawyer that long, but like every time he came to have to deal with him or see the suits over there, brought his ass in a suit.
Yeah. A lawyer is not the kind of person you want to have a buddy-buddy relationship with.
Yeah.
You don't want to feel like, yeah, I have a lawyer that makes me feel like he's my friend. I want to make sure that I have a lawyer that has my back. Not like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need to, there's an extent where I'm going to draw the line, but I don't want you to feel so comfortable where you're going to show up to court with the same kind of jeans as me, dude.
You remember Wolf of Wall Street? That guy was became a total cokehead.
Never seen
His
that.
lawyer.
Never seen that.
Yeah,
You never seen that
I've
movie?
seen the movie. I've never seen what he's talking about. Like, my lawyer never did that, so I've never seen a lawyer act that way. Is what I'm saying when we're talking to the label heads,
Yeah, like our lawyer. I ain't gonna say his name because I ain't gonna bust him out. But yeah, he came in with sneakers, torn up jeans, and his college T-shirt, and his hair was out because he was one of those '80s dudes. You know what I mean? '80s rock heads. But he was a lawyer, and he was all right back then.
Yeah.
And he came in way too comfortable, like he was a rock star. And Donnie Einer was like, no. You're the fucking lawyer, and you're gonna have respect for me and mine when you come in here. You better have a fucking suit on.
Who was
just
your
like
manager
that?
at the time?
Happy Walters was our manager at
Gave
the
him
time.
that Glenn Gary.
But he gave Happy a pass.
Yeah.
He's like, look, they're the artists. You're the manager. That's okay. You better be here in a fucking suit next time.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Straight
That's
up.
my name.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. The Don didn't take no shit, bro. He would tell people in a heartbeat. And when I saw him check the lawyer like that, I was like, that's the fucking guy right there.
Yeah.
That's that's where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let motherfuckers know. I run the ship. Don't fuck it up. And you're a visitor on my ship. So when you come on my ship, come with respect.
Was that a norm for you guys?
Well,
to go sit with Einer?
Yeah.
Was it?
We would get to go sit with Einer, and he would because he loved us. He loved the rebellious nature of what we were doing, and he saw that Muggs had like a vision. The only thing that Donnie would constantly say to us is, you got to get off the fucking violent shit. Like, you guys got to get past that. You guys are too big to be, still talking the aggressive shit. Lighten up. And we were like, yeah, but Donnie, it's
kind of why we're here.
It's who we are.
That's why you signed us.
Yeah, I mean, lighten up.
They're still beef.
They're like, how do we lighten up?
They did that to me at Capitol, and I said, well, hip hop is changing. At the time, this was at the time that y'all was coming through, Black Sheep, Das Effects, bump skiddly bum, all these styles are changing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting up there with the president. I believe his name was Joe Smith at the time, and they're like, Mellow, we don't, because I turned in the record. It was underground, more underground to keep pace with the game.
Right.
And they're like, we don't hear a hit. I'm like, what you mean you don't hear a hit? How about this one and that one and this one, I start pointing them out the song. And they're like, no, sorry, we don't hear it. They said, imagine if Coca-Cola changed the color of their can now.
Right.
I'm like, well, Coca-Cola doesn't have to keep up with Cypress Hill, Tribe Called Quest.
Well,
Coca-
well, what they were meaning was that Coca-Cola has to stay ahead of Pepsi and
Of
RC
course,
Cola.
I know what they meant, you know, but
yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, sometimes they see it, sometimes they don't. And sometimes you find the place in the middle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The compromise where, you know, they see what you want to do and you see what they need and you find that place in the middle. For us, it was like Donnie had such confidence in Muggs and, you know, his production and just the ideas. And, you know, not for nothing, when Donnie would suggest something to Muggs, it was the one person outside of the creative circle that Muggs would actually take serious. Because everybody else was like, fuck off.
Oh, this guy's cutting the checks.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, not just cutting the checks. He respected Donnie in a way that others didn't have the same respect. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And Donnie looked out for us, man. And he didn't have to. You know what I mean? Like, he's the fucking head of Sony with Tommy Mottola. He could have just been like, yeah, whatever, fuck with these guys, you know, do whatever you got to do. He was interactive with us, and that was key to our success there. So salute to the big man, Donnie Einer. And did you know it is the birthday of T-Bone Walker, born on this day in 1910. Yeah,
boy,
legendary
T-Bone.
And did you know it is the birthday of the legendary Queen Gladys Knight?
Okay.
Born on this day in 1944.
Safety over time for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it.
And did you know it is the birthday of the legendary John Fogerty? Born on this day in 1945. Originally from Creedence Clearwater Revival.
I see ladies at the flea market that look like him.
Yeah, there's plenty of guys at the flea market that look like him.
No, I said ladies that look like that at the flea market.
Oh, ladies too. Tias. Aunties. Did you know it is the birthday of the legendary hip-hop bar spitter Chub Rock, born on this day in 1968.
That's my man, 50
Damn,
grand.
oh, yeah, I'm 68.
And did you know on this date in 1991, NWA dropped Eiffel vor Sagen. Niggas for life. That was dope how they flipped it backwards. You know what I'm saying? On the cover. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember that.
That was good.
It sounds German when you say it backwards.
Eiffel vor Sagen. Yeah.
We're also getting information. It's the anniversary of Harambe E-Zone.
Oh yeah, it actually is the 9-year anniversary. Rest in peace, big guy. He didn't deserve to go out that way.
You really didn't, poor bastard. Take care of your kid, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. Look at that.
Seriously, that poor gorilla, man, and he look at him. What a monster, and in a good way.
That kid is under witness protection, bro.
What happened here?
You don't remember, like, the kid got
Vaguely,
into the enclosure, and then, like, they had to shoot the gorilla because they thought he was gonna, like, hurt him.
Kid.
But he wasn't. I don't know, man. If you've seen Baby's Day Out, you know, nothing's gonna happen to the kid, you know? Come on, bro. Nothing's gonna happen to the kid, bro.
Well,
they couldn't have just.
If it was your kid, you would have been like, shoot that gorilla.
Yeah, shoot that gorilla
Sure,
as quickly
First
as
of all, if
possible.
it was my kid, he would have been right.
Or
I
trank.
agree.
I mean, they didn't have to kill the gorilla. They could have tranked him. You know what I mean? Which is what they should have done.
For sure.
I mean, they should be a little bit more ready than to have to fucking shoot the gorilla immediately, like right by the gorilla cage.
Yeah, in his enclosure.
Have a fucking trank gun in case some shit happens.
He did drag the baby though. I do get
I've
that.
seen that,
But
Well, he's a gorilla, though.
yeah,
Right.
like
He's a
like, bro,
silverback.
He's like, come on, you coming with me. I'm going to protect
Look,
you.
right here. He's going to take him over to the other area right now. I remember this.
Could have ate him if he wanted to.
Bro, he could have tore him from
He
limb
would've
to
been
limb.
snapped.
He's just taking care of him real quick, man. Here, come on.
This
boy.
one dragging.
Come on, boy. I'm going to help
It
you
is,
out.
bro.
where was those 100 men right there that want to fight the gorilla, bro?
Yeah, right.
Jumped in right
Yeah,
there.
where's the 100
proving
guys at?
yourself, bro. Get the kid out safely,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Where were you at? You could have smacked the gorilla.
I have respect for Harambe, bro. I have a candle in his honor, bro.
So you wouldn't have punched Harambe.
Harambe was a majestic animal.
All right.
They all are, bro.
It was the civil rights gorilla of all the other gorillas. He's died so the other ones could have protection.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. Give him a little drag right there. Come on, boy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel bad for the gorilla, but if it was my kid,
Yo, but
shoot
it,
that gorilla, bro.
The baby wasn't dead though.
It could have been
Listen,
2 seconds.
E-Zone. It's easy to judge that from this seat right there. But if you were there watching it, you would have been like telling them to shoot the fucking gorilla. Too.
Yep.
And
And
that's
all right.
bad parenting all the way around.
It was.
It is bad parenting for sure.
The parents should have had to pay for the gorilla.
Or one of them should have got shot.
No,
Hey, that's way too far.
An eye for an eye.
That's way too far.
No, you pay. They should have paid a penalty or gone to jail for it,
Or
but
CPS pay a visit.
or something, or child services should have came and did a check on their fucking asses for that. Also, if you want to try some of these delicious hash holes, hand rolled hash holes, go to CaliBlaze.net. They got fresh drops of Cali Blaze 4, new small strains, and 3 new exotics, and deal site-wide on solventless hash flour and premium hash holes. Go to CaliBlaze.net and use BREALTV at checkout for a discount.
Sir.
Word up. All the delicious flavors, and salute to Chiclets for this big old fucking thing that we were smoking earlier. We're about to open up the doors to the Insane Asylum. That means, y'all, if you got a comment, question, shout out, suggestion, we are here for it. Salute to everybody that's hit us with the super chat this far. Much love to all y'all. Let's open it up.
Welcome to the Insane Asylum.
All right, let's do this. First one of the day here. We got Mark in here saying, Blaze, did you say you climbed in a speaker?
Yeah, I'm not joking. Yeah, and I didn't do it just once. That was a thing I would do. I'd literally take handfuls of fucking E-pills and go into this zone and go in the fucking speaker. Somebody made a funny joke, said, would you crawl into one of the Beats pills? Because that's hilarious. I thought I shit my pants.
That is pretty good.
Whoever did that, I saw that, and it was hilarious. But no, these speakers were tremendous. And when I mean tremendous, like, bro, you can fit 2-3 people in those bass speakers, like, on the bottom. Like, it wasn't the speaker. What do you call, like, the port where the air
Yeah, the
comes
big
out?
ass port.
The
Yeah.
big port, bro. You crawl in that bitch, and your whole fucking skull was rattling.
I'm
It was
surprised
amazing.
you could even hear.
You really couldn't. You just felt the airflow, and when you were rolling that hard, it was like heaven. It was dope. But yeah, I was up in them bitches, man. For real.
Lucky to be alive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or to be able to hear.
Christ. That I don't hear well at all. Terrible.
All right, Jeffro's saying Mellow was a heavy hitter in the Chicago hip house movement, he's saying.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, had a lot of fun, good times, hitting the Riviera stage, and running with people like Steve Silk Hurley, people like that was really doing it. You know, had a blast.
He's saying that's why Chicago loves when Mellow comes into town.
Hey, now,
When was the last time you were there?
fucking a month and a half ago.
Nice. We got Willis in here saying Donald Trump just freed Larry Hoover, saying no joke.
Did he really?
He commuted the sentence.
Oh, okay.
What does that mean?
That means 50 Cent is going to buy his life story and put it on Stars.
Oh, shit. You better not pull a big meech, bro. Please stay on 50's good side.
Is he the leader of the Hoover Crips or what?
No, he was a guy. He was a very popular, I guess, street drug dealer in New York.
Oh, got you.
And he also got into like.
I see he is a street gang kingpin. He is the founder of the Chicago street gang, the Gangster Disciples.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, he was shot in
Good
Chicago.
Lord. Yeah, he's a real one for
Yeah.
sure.
Gangster Disciples, Latin Kings, a lot of shit came out of fucking Chicago, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
He was serving 6 life sentences at the Florence prison in Fremont, Colorado. Sentenced to 150 to 200 years.
Yeah.
And got pardoned?
Commuted, meaning
commuted.
now. Well, yeah, what's the difference, by the way?
I think
between the two, Bolton. Can you look up the actual difference of commuted and pardoned? Like, what's the difference? Because pardon might be like
A pardon
maybe you're saying,
forgives
like,
the
you're not
crime,
guilty.
and commuting someone reduces a sentence.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did he take off?
He got 100
like
years.
one life sentence?
They took the rest of his years off, probably. Yeah.
Does that mean he's getting out, Bolton?
I just,
Or
I
they
just
just
gotta
said
look into it a little
instead
bit
of
more.
200 years, I'll give you 100.
Yeah, you're
That
only getting
will help.
100 now. That's cool.
Yeah, I believe so. He's getting out.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's He served enough time.
Or wait, no, but I'm seeing Hoover isn't going free. He's still serving a 200-year sentence for a state court conviction for murder.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So his federal conviction was overturned, but his state conviction's still on.
So when's he getting out of jail?
He's not.
I don't think he.
He's not because he's
3,025.
He still has 200 years on his back.
dying in there.
That
fool.
part.
Yeah. So they took 100 away, so he had 300 years to life.
Yeah.
Yeah, still has to serve his life sentence on state charges.
Wow.
Yeah, didn't do shit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but keep your fucking community.
Yeah, he had double, triple life sentences, type shit.
But
But
the
he-
one thing I did see be real, did you see that he pardoned these two?
Oh, the Grizzlies?
Yeah, he pardoned them.
It
That just happened.
doesn't surprise me.
What did they do?
Who the fuck are they?
Frauds.
Who were they? Fraud?
They had that TV show, that reality TV show, the Chrisleys or whatever.
Oh, I remember that. He was kind of like a fruity designer or something like that. The dad, like he was like a real effeminate dude, like the father and had two little
He looks like
blonde
he talks
kids.
like that.
Yeah, this guy. Yeah.
Hey, be real over
So what happened? What did he do? Committing fraud or like what happened?
He embezzled.
Or were they just full of
Yeah, they
shit?
were charged a 12-year sentence for fraud.
Wow, what kind of fraud? This guy was dirty, huh?
Yeah.
He acted like he was like,
Yep.
the cleanest,
was
Brady Bunch shit,
Tax.
Tax evasion and conspiracy to commit bank fraud.
Wow.
Wow.
Yo, did anybody watch this shit on Brett Favre?
No, I
On
haven't seen
Netflix?
it yet. I haven't
Yo,
seen it
man.
yet.
Yo, he did some dirty shit. He was a scumbag, bro. Brett Favre was a scumbag. Holy shit.
Yeah, he was.
And it's not just like with girls, because a lot of athletes cross that line. I don't
What do you
think
mean?
it's
He
right.
was just hitting chicks?
No. I'm talking about harassing, sexual harassment to girls. Probably
Sending dick pics.
Yep.
Yeah.
But,
Even back in the day?
Yeah. But check this out. Yo, he was fucking committing welfare fraud scams, taking from the welfare funds. Bro, wait till you see. He was a dirtbag.
Oh, I gotta see that.
Yo, he was stealing money from the welfare
They
fund.
swept that.
That's
right
why.
under the rug,
That's
huh?
why you don't see him on nothing.
Wait till you watch this.
He's untouchable.
Oh, he was a scumbag.
He's untouchable.
That's what he thought, and that's what they keep talking about. His ego made him think he could do anything he wanted.
But now he's untouchable in the other way, where the guy, where he could still be making a living in football by doing, analysis, like a lot of the other greats do.
He's done though.
He's
has
done.
Dementia shit too. He's got.
Yeah, he's done.
Fucked. Wow. But yeah, he's a scumbag. Watch it. You're like, wow.
Yeah, he's had a few concussions. That guy for sure.
Doesn't what's his name? Bruce Willis have dementia?
Oh, he's in bad. He can't even talk anymore. Poor guy. Yeah, I think the last I read that he can't communicate anymore. And that's really sad, man. Bruce Willis was great, bro. He really was. Did you guys ever watch the roast?
Oh yeah, that was
great.
nice.
Like that, he's a fucking champ. He was especially in Die Hard, all the old movies. He was the best.
Yep. All right.
Someone in here was saying Cheryl Miller scored 100 points in a game at USC, but I'm saying that she scored 105 points in a high school game.
That's ludicrous.
Yep.
That was light work for her.
Bro, in some WNBA games, they don't score 100 points total combined when you add their scores together. So she's scoring that
This
one.
was
That's
early on.
insane.
She helped revolutionize.
She sure did.
Female basketball, no doubt.
For sure. But I'll tell you what, the women, the pro basketball right now for the women, they're balling.
You think they should bring the rim down about a foot so they can slam dunk?
Nah.
I think they should.
I think it'd make it a lot more exciting.
Yeah,
I'd
because he was
finally buy
even
a ticket.
Because, well, then they got to change their shot that they've been shooting since they were kids to learn how to fucking shoot those fucking.
Shoot that hard.
But you know what,
know, man.
B? You've said it. You were like, the one thing women's basketball, why you don't think enough people watch it is they don't dunk.
Well, that's the thing.
You know?
There's been a flip because more people are watching women's basketball than they've ever been.
Maybe because
and that's because the talent pool is so fucking good right now, even without the dunking.
Okay.
Yeah, but do you think like I think it would
I mean,
add a
of
little
course,
bit,
if the women could dunk more frequently, yeah, you get people watching for that. But I'll tell you what, people are watching more women's basketball right now because of this chick and a few others that are like you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
that
she's
have
insane.
been doing great things. So I mean,
I seen a ruthless like little meme that I guess I don't know her name, but there's a female basketball player on the cover of a cereal box. I'm not sure which one it was, but what is it, Wheaties? So somebody takes the bowl and they just do it and they miss every one of them. It just pours by. It's ruthless, but it was hilarious.
I say
Come
we
on,
triple up. If I'm the commissioner, I say let's lower the rims a foot.
I agree, and let them
let's
stem.
triple up in this
Yeah.
bitch. You know,
Let them
I
start.
agree.
I'd buy
slamming
a
on
ticket
people.
for sure. If I see chicks dunking,
Yeah.
I want to go.
and I'm sure if they lowered the rim to 9 feet, they would. But again, then you got to learn. You got to readjust your shot to shoot the ball at 9 feet.
Do they have a
but we
dunk
used to do
contest?
that on weekends. Remember we used to go to
Yeah,
dunk
but
courts?
but look, we did that every now and then. You know, these people that play pro basketball have spent hours upon hours upon hours upon hours in a gym at kid level learning to shoot the 10-foot shot.
Yeah.
The only time you played in the 9-foot is when you're in elementary school during the little time you get out for recess. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
even even when they fucking get you to be playing basketball in the gym, it's always 10-foot. They rarely lower it. These days they lower it, obviously.
Do women have a dunk contest? Like the guys?
No.
It's too hot.
Aw. See, bro, I bet if they had that, I'd buy tickets to that.
It's the same as in baseball. You know, in baseball they wanted to speed the game up.
Well,
What did they
you
do?
know what? Let's
They
ask
put
the
a-
asylum.
put a
But
clock.
do you
It
think
made a big difference.
Let's ask
too,
the
bro.
asylum
Big
right now. Let's get a
Chat GBT going?
see. Well, no, from
no.
the insane asylum. Do you think they should lower the rim to 9 feet? Y or N?
Do they have a female
saying?
NFL?
And while they're doing that, bro, you're right, man. That made a big difference to baseball. They were out of fucking control. These batters, every single pitch.
Hold on, let's not get off topic real quick.
No,
You guys
they
are-
were going to start voting. So
yeah, you got okay. It's either yes or a no, Y or a N. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, I knew you would chuckle for
I was
that.
gonna say Caitlin Clark. I don't think she can dunk, but she still brought all the fans into basketball.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like you don't need dunking in the women's NBA.
That's what I'm fucking
Yes,
saying.
you do.
I
It would
think
make it so much more exciting.
I mean, it would make it more exciting, sure, but you don't need it. They're balling out. They're really good teams.
a lot of
Maybe-
wise out
Right
there.
now it's like a 50-50 battle here.
I thought they dunked already.
Seen a
So
lot
like
of wives.
There's one girl who can dunk.
And I gotta ask B real because
Maybe two.
I gotta
Maybe
ask B
two.
because he's been to a WNBA game. Do you think they just need to market it better? Like I don't ever see too much promotion for the games. I guess.
Yeah, I mean they're not working with the budget that the NBA is working with, so they need a little bit more marketing. But I'll tell you what, as of late, the few girls or women that have come in from college, like Caitlin Clark and even Angela Reese, whatever, and some of the women that came out into the league, they're bringing people to the game. They're bringing people because they got fucking mad talent, and people want to see where they take the game. And there's already some other women in the game that are fucking incredible, and now they're getting more marketing and promoting because this new batch of women that came into the league. It's pretty good right now, I'm telling you, and it's going to get better. Sure, they can't dunk it. We want them to, but I mean, they're pretty good right now.
Question: what do you think that a lot of them can't dunk? Like, because a lot of them are pretty tall. You see a lot. Is it because women? I see this shit in the Olympics. It's not like women can't jump.
Yeah.
So I'm just so curious because you'll see dudes like 5'5" men who could dunk, and some of these women are 6'2", 6'3". Like they should be able to dunk, right?
I don't. Yeah,
I'm just
know.
curious.
I'm
I'm
not,
not being a dick.
I'm not a scientist.
Right. I was just because most dudes
Mathematics
6'3".
say lower the rim, kid. We have a splash. We're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
triple
yeah.
up this year, and everybody's gonna love it. Profit margins are gonna be up, and
I can't tell you what it is. I'm not that kind of doctor, but I'm not a
Did you see the
physiologist.
Olympics, They do those high jump shits and they're
Yeah, I get it, but
Jumping in the Olympic.
it's different.
Yeah,
I don't know.
jumping in the
Hey,
Olympics,
look
high
it. Not all guys can dunk.
Yeah,
Not all of us can dunk.
No.
that's true. And then MLB again, just one more time.
Break your knees.
Game ends tied up in the 9th, start of the 10th. Team batting up has a man on second automatically.
Yeah.
We'll never see a 13-inning game ever again. You feel
They
me?
started
So
that this year?
2 seasons ago.
Well,
It's 2 years already. They
Yeah.
well,
did
thank God we don't need a 13.
Bro, more than
fucking
they
inning
would
game.
keep going, man. Fuck.
Yeah, fuck that. All right, next one.
All right, Fernando saying, shout out to 2Max for giving mad props to Cypress Hill and Be Real on the Hood Sox podcast. Blessings to everyone. One love from Sarah and Fernando.
Oh, and I bet little homie didn't like that. That someone spit my name out their mouth on his show. Too bad.
Bolton, are you taking count of the yes to the no's?
It's kind of like half and half.
It's half
I would
and half.
say.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, because, some people would like to see the excitement. Other people are like, it's good how it is. But that's not bad. If you're indifferent, they've lost. You know what I'm saying? I don't care.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No.
Did you guys talk about fucking this psycho fuck Mexican OT in the ring with the bull?
Yeah, we saw it. We
I know
talked
you
about that.
posted or you told, but god damn, I give him some credit because people could talk shit all you want, bro.
Yeah.
The balls it takes to let that, I don't know, what are they, 1,000 pounds?
Yeah, but what was the purpose?
With horns,
Just to get fucking rolled up by the fucking bull. That was the purpose.
That takes balls, bro.
I mean,
huge balls.
I'm just saying, what's the purpose though?
Oh, he's from Texas. That's the ultimate rite of passage.
Yeah, but
it is though. That's down there. You want to show you have balls? That's what you do. I'm serious.
You
bro.
get
That's
rolled
that
by a bull.
culture. Yeah, man. That's
Yeah,
part
fuck
of their
that.
culture, bro. Rodeo shit.
Well, yeah, that's
It is.
rodeo culture. That's
Yeah.
not just regular Texas.
No, but he's a rodeo Texas dude. That's
How did he not get
I
lost?
don't know.
A man's king.
I don't know. I think if he was, he would be better at getting away from the fucking bull, dog.
No, maybe he's not good at it, but he does it. He has the balls to get out there and do it, and dodge it, and get hit a few times. That was wild, bro.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking doing
Sounds
that.
like
I don't
Idiotville to me.
I'm not gonna say idiot because he challenges himself and he does crazy shit.
Okay.
Yeah, each his own, but I ain't doing that.
Yeah, I would not be doing that. But he's young, fucking. He's young enough to where he could take the blows and come back next week and be like, oh yeah, that ain't shit, doc. But maybe 30 years down the line, he's like, man, remember when that bull hit me in the back, dog?
Yeah, in 20 years when he's
Okay, well maybe I was a little insensitive to his whatever you want to call it.
He's a wild kid. He's a wild
You know?
kid. He's a good dude. He's just a little wild.
Won't be the first time I've been insensitive.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna submit a clip to you, Bolton, on for Friday. I don't know if any of you guys ever seen this, but it's
why are we doing this?
a little Spanish dude, probably about like 5'3", no shirt on, with some crazy like mullet and a cigarette in his mouth. Yo, this dude gets on a bull, doesn't even hold on to nothing.
Show me the guy. I don't believe you.
It stays on. Well, you can find it easy. Just like shirtless guy in cigarette rides bull, and it'll come right up. This dude breaks like records. It's the craziest thing you've ever seen. It's hilarious. And he's getting whipped like you, and he's not even holding on. It's just his legs. Looks like.
I wonder what those dudes' backs are like when they
Bad,
retire.
bro. Really bad. Yeah. Really
think
bad.
about the whip that's happening on your fucking back, on your spine. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All right,
You're
next.
talking about this old video?
Yep, that's him with the cigarette, bro. This dude gets on the thing on the bull.
Oh, he's so casual.
Yo, you
about
gotta
it.
watch this though. This is like not human
This
at all.
Mr. Cash right here.
Let's see the release.
You ready for this? This is ridiculous. Watch how long this guy, not holding nothing, guys. No rope, no nothing, just his legs. It keeps going.
He's
It's
got
like-
thigh work, dog.
He
Look
broke
at him.
records. Right? Look at him. He puts his hands behind his back to show you how good he is. Look at that. Hands behind his back.
Yeah,
Bro, the
'cause-
bull gets tired. Watch this. This is crazy. The bull actually is. Look, hold on. The bull's like, I need a break. People to stay on for 4 or 5 seconds is big. This dude's still on the bull's
Wow,
tired.
the bull got
The
tired.
bull's tired. That is a fucking G right there, bro. When I seen him smoking that cigarette, I'm like, yo.
The bull's like, get off me.
Yeah, he got tired. That is some wild shit.
Hombo is flexing right there.
Yeah.
Well done.
When I seen that cigarette, I was like, he means business. No shirt, too.
Crazy. All right.
Yep.
All right, Mad Ways is saying the Dodgers been in LA since '58, and the Angels came in the '60s. They are not the first team repping LA.
That's not true. The Dodgers came in '63. they started building the stadium in '58. And so when they came here, they had to play at the LA Coliseum for a season or two before they could even get into Dodger Stadium.
Really?
Who you talking to, man?
And the Angels came in when?
The Angels came in '61.
Yeah.
In there, yeah.
There you go.
I'm seeing 58.
You get your shit together, Mellow.
You got to get it together.
You think he's off?
He's off.
He probably is, I believe.
Who is this guy?
Bolton. Blombonius.
I don't know the guy.
Blombonius.
Blombonius, yeah.
All right.
All right. Next in here is, let's see, first time chatter. We got Brandon in Twitch. He's saying, yo, I want to give a big shout to Nate No Face for putting me onto this podcast.
Salute to Nate No Face. He be checking, the podcast. Well, he's out on tour even. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was out there with Brisket, keeping up.
He's killing it, man. And his music is dope. If you haven't heard it, his shit is so different than anybody else. You definitely got to check out Nate, bro.
You know what I love about being here is that there's no drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do
We're
that.
not talking about a bunch of wild, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, we don't do that. Salute to Nate. We got to get him in here when he gets back home, or if he's home. We got to get him up in here.
He's still on tour.
Him and his old lady, they both watch the show.
Yeah.
Big fan. Shout out to both of them.
All right, Free Thinkers saying DJ Mathematics created the Wu-Tang logo.
Yep. Dope logo.
All right.
Who did it? Oh, he created their logo?
Iconic.
I've been listening to
Are you kidding
Wu-Tang
me?
since early 90s, and I never even knew who the DJ was. It's incredible.
What was their first album? Was it 92? 93?
Enter the 36 Chambers.
92?
Yeah, that was right in there when Cypress pulled up.
I think it was 93.
93.
Yeah.
Yep,
somewhere around there. 92, 93. There you go, 93.
There you go, right there. I remember when I first got that first cassette tape, it had Method Man on one side, and I think it was Protect Your Neck on the other one, on the other side, the B side. That shit was crazy.
Yep.
This shit's going up right here.
Juicy Jules is saying, yo, I saw a guy wearing flip-flops in the weight room at the gym.
Wild.
Dangerous.
That is very dangerous.
It is. Your toes get broken quick.
Drop a weight on your foot, baby. That's
someone else drop a weight on your foot.
done deal.
Who's gonna get
Or you
ongles?
stub your toe on one of the machines.
Or you get ongles, dog.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah, dog. Don't be wearing no flip-flops in there. There'll be a lot of dirty-ass fools at the gym, dog.
Dirty fools.
Athletes foot everywhere.
Yeah.
All that
so I
shit.
said you can get some ongles in your feet from like a homeless fool that's going in there to shower.
Yep, don't do it.
Yeah, dog. Nah, it's not worth it.
No, put some shoes on, man.
Scarecrow's asking, yo, be real. Do you know if Cocaine is still making music?
I thought he was asking about showing your first. I was
Yes,
just like-
cocaine is definitely making music, for sure.
Somebody was just talking about a project they're doing with cocaine.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody on our show, yeah, they just
Was it sugar free?
It might have been.
Somebody, yeah.
Yep.
All right, Johnny Rocket saying, speaking of Wolf of Wall Street, 3-hour movies are a burden to rewatch, to be honest.
You're not lying.
So he's tuning out of that one.
Even
You're lying, you're not
watching it for the first time, if it's 3 hours,
It's
tough.
brutal.
I only watched The Irishman once.
It's a commitment.
That movie I watched in one of those. This is when that movie came out. Was kind of like at the beginning of those luxury theaters where you can get like a bed set up. And what is it? It was
iPix
Yeah,
or
there you go.
Cinema?
No, it was iPix, exactly that. And we got one of those cool things where they ordered food. That's the only reason I agreed to go see it because I'm like, can't do the 3 hours. I'm too cracky, way too cracky to sit for that long. Like, no way.
I have to have a sedative with me, bro. So I'll take like a ketamine lollipop if I know it's gonna be like a read.
Yeah.
Hey,
but then don't you miss the movie?
Let me ask you
No,
this.
I'll just stay with this micro.
Let me ask you this. Like when you go to like, let's just say a musical, like
festival.
No, a musical. Like we just took our daughter to see what was that shit?
Like Cats.
No, the Wiz thing. Not
Wizard
the Wiz
of
thing. But the new shit. No.
No, I know what you're talking about. That new famous fucking.
Yeah, I can't.
Wicked.
Yes, took her to see Wicked. Now that's like I believe a 3-hour show, whatever, right? So, in a 3-hour show, they have a fucking break, and then you come back, and then they run the rest of the show.
Yeah, the intermission. Man.
Should a 3-hour movie have an intermission?
I think so. Yes,
they
they
do.
used
Theaters,
to.
They do.
Yeah,
because I
let you go get
remember
more
going
snacks.
to see Lord of the Rings 3.5 hour, the last one. That shit was ridiculous, dog.
No intermission, huh?
No
like that,
fucking mission.
Wow.
You went to you gave into the Lord of the Rings lore and you saw all of them.
Yeah, I saw all of them. I mean, you know,
Those just were so long, bro.
They're fucking long.
Yeah.
My dad
The
read
longest
them
one.
books, man.
The longest one was the last one because it had like fucking 5 different endings and shit.
That's where they finally throw it in the volcano.
My
Did
God.
you guys know, like, the first one? I had no clue, like, because my pops was into that shit. The first whatever it all spawned from was like 1930 something was the first book.
Yeah.
What was the original one? Was it Lord of the Rings? Like, where
was
did it
The
all
Hobbit.
spawn? The Hobbit. There you go. The Hobbit was like 1939 or some shit. Like, that shit is almost gonna be 100 years old.
Well, now they got a prequel thing happening on Amazon Prime, right, or Amazon Video, where it's called The Rings of Power, and it's the prequel to The Hobbit.
R.O.P.
And now they're making one based on Gollum. And what's crazy is that us growing up in our schools, they didn't really push those books on us. Those were pushed towards the European kids. Like, you know, that's why you hear little slight references to Lord of the Rings and like Led Zeppelin albums and shit like this. You know what I mean? Because those were books that those guys read as kids.
Limeys wrote, yeah.
The Limeys.
Yeah, well, aren't they Limeys over there?
Sort of like the
British.
Bunny.
Yeah, the Brits, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's bad.
Somebody told me some shit about a Velveteen Bunny. It was a book not too long ago. I was like, what
Velveteen-
the fuck is a Velveteen Bunny?
Yeah, what is a Velveteen Bunny?
I don't know.
All right, Beery, what is a Velveteen Bunny?
The Velveteen Rabbit.
Rabbit, there you go.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, there you
Velveteen
go.
Rabbit. Is it a book?
Yeah, see, it's
It's
a
a book.
book. It demonstrates that true happiness comes from self-acceptance.
Accept yourself. All right.
There's
Why?
truth to that.
Why boo?
There we go.
All right.
So if you a hoe, be a hoe.
There's some happy hoes out there.
You know, if you
Because-
be happy being a hoe.
The
And
only,
I'm fit.
most of the unhappy hoes are the ones that are not allowed to be hoes.
that are not on the blade. I guess.
It's like they're just, just like, sometimes people are, sometimes you give to, I guess you settle for an unhappy lifestyle.
These are very profound statements being made here. All right, next.
It's also, I was gonna say, it's also National Senior Health and Fitness Day. Who were some of your
What?
guys' like favorite fitness celebrities back in the
Are
day?
you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah.
It fits right into that conversation about my dad earlier.
Jane Fonda and Arnie are two fucking.
Arnold for sure.
I'll tell you that.
Jack
and-
LaLanne.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jack LaLanne was definitely an OG, bro, pulling the boat with his teeth, man.
Oh yeah, Jack LaLanne was
Hell
the guy.
yeah, bro. He swam like across.
He's the first guy we all knew that
Yeah.
was like the fitness
Bro,
guy.
he literally pulled a boat with his teeth for I don't know how long. Like
And he was
did-
70 already.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Jane, of course, she was huge. Jane Fonda too, and
Yeah.
Arnie, obviously, like for the big boys, he was the goat.
Body
you know,
by Jake.
Who was the
Remember
dude
this
who
guy?
Body by Jake. You
The
remember that
Incredible
guy?
Hulk, Lou Ferrigno.
Lou Ferrigno.
Lou
Yeah.
Ferrigno? No.
Yeah. He was like deaf, right?
Heather
Yeah.
Locklear, for real?
Yeah. Wow.
Alyssa Milano. No.
No,
Come on.
no, not for that.
Who the fuck is Kathy Smith?
How come no wrestlers are
They
on
got
there,
Chuck
bro?
Norris.
Chuck.
I'll teach you karate.
Chuck, you know, like I don't know if people know, he's just such a
Why
good
is
fighter.
Cher up there?
That she had a fitness thing too.
This is
Had a
under
tape
Men's
that did
Health.
well.
I'm surprised they don't got what's her face up there.
The Let's Get Physical.
Jamie Lee Curtis. No, she was up there. She was at number 2.
Fabio and
Fabio. This motherfucker.
come cry to me.
Come cry in my arms.
Can't believe it's not butter.
Oh, Richard.
Richard Simmons.
Remember my man? Yeah.
He had those
Sweating to the
videos,
oldies.
bro.
All right. He
Sweating to the oldies.
Yeah,
Tony
That
Little.
was Richard.
What
I'm
about
surprised
the Ty
they-
Bo guy?
I'm surprised
Oh,
they don't got
yeah.
Ty Bo guy
Yeah,
up there.
the black dude.
Billy Blanks.
Billy
yeah,
Blanks.
Billy Blanks.
Yep, Billy
Got
Blanks.
money.
He probably rounds out the 30. You know what I'm saying? All right, next one.
I had the series.
Used to do Tybo or what?
Hell yeah, nigga. I used to crank
You and
it
Jay-Z,
in,
huh?
Pull it out, snatch it out, throw it in.
I remember they used to make us watch videos at like PE, bro, when it was raining. So you get your exercise, they would just put this motherfucker's videos on, bro.
How about your pops? Would he do Tybo?
No.
Pops was before Ty Bo.
We're gonna have Mellow do Tybo live right after the show here.
He knows
Tybo
what
with
moves
Mellow.
do, bro.
I need an oxygen tank.
Tybo with Mellow. Knows it.
Stop it.
And a what? And a... All right.
All right, Maddie Addy saying, I missed the treehouse control room camera and the wide shot of the table, saying it adds a little more depth to the show.
Yeah, we need the wide shot back, guys.
We lost it? I don't know.
Yeah, one of our cameras.
Okay.
Bart's destroyed it.
Yeah, Bart's did it.
We got to get
Fucking
it back,
dusty.
though.
Scumbag.
We need the wide.
All right, Tony is saying The Godfather, The Hateful Eight, Kill Bill, great 3-hour movies.
Yes. Some movies that are 3 hours move so quickly that you don't feel like you're sitting there for 3 hours.
And some don't, like Pearl Harbor.
Right. That part.
Yeah, or like Titanic.
I've never seen Titanic for that thing. It's too long and not interested.
It's a whole lot of story.
Yep, way too much.
Like I'm just like, all right, bro, the boat sinks.
I already knew you. Exactly.
Yeah.
And the boat sinks.
And some guy gets fucked off of a raft. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, like
I've seen the end part, and I'm like, "There's plenty of room on that raft. You fucking cunt.
He
Let him
literally,
up.
he literally,
You selfish bitch. You seen that?
he literally froze his balls off.
He literally
and
sunk down.
and they overplayed it too in that movie, like because you can hit that hypothermia in a matter for those kind of iceberg you just ran into. That water is freezing cold.
What in
Oh,
like,
bro,
There was
30
no holding on, bro. There's like sub-zero just hit you,
in,
bro. You're
in
frozen.
30 seconds, you're
Yeah,
pretty
that's
much.
what I'm
30 seconds to a
saying.
minute, you're done, bro.
Well, it's the movies. They got to
Right.
embellish. There's no way you could tell that little back and forth story in like 30 seconds. I mean, the motherfucker is dying right there in real life in 30 seconds.
So are you saying that Rose was greedy with the piece of wood?
True. That's what they're
Insensitive
saying.
to his
Yes,
means?
that's what they're
Who,
saying.
Absolutely, yeah.
Let him on.
Yeah.
Jack
Considerate. Just
Jack didn't
selfish.
want to get on.
Because she knew she wasn't going to let him on. If she would have said, "Hey, there's
Well,
room for
how do you
two,"
know she wasn't going to
If
let
she
him
would
on?
have said, "Hey, there's room for two," you would have said. You think you would have said, "I'll sit this one out"?
What if
No,
he
he would have been right up on that.
He would have just popped it and be like, "We nobody's getting saved."
See, I mean, did you see the movie or not see
No,
the movie?
no,
Then how
the
the
end.
fuck do you know?
No, it didn't happen that way. Did you let him on?
I don't fucking front now. You've seen this movie.
Everything I love. I swear to God, I've seen. Who hasn't seen that piece? And I've
Go see the movie.
Seen clips of him standing on the front, like floating like a fucking frolicking in the wind.
The frolic.
Yeah, whatever. The two of them. I've seen that.
Yeah, that's a
scene too.
crazy scene too.
But
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I would admit it. Yeah, definitely.
that
It's
scene
just
where
too
he
long.
beats her?
I couldn't commit to it.
Yeah,
not
it is.
interested.
It's long.
He's naked.
Yeah, I haven't seen The Irishman either. I can't do it.
That's kinda
over
long,
3
too.
hours. Over 3, I can't do it. People are like, "Oh, it's good." I'm like,
Pull up
yeah,
that
I don't
scene.
know.
I could see those at home.
Yeah.
like I could, like some. It's better
You
be.
could pause it
It
and
better
go
be
do something.
fucking awesome to like go invest that time in.
I
a
saw
theater.
it and it wasn't the first.
No.
hour.
I'm just saying if you're going to invest 3 hours at a theater, that shit better be awesome. Otherwise, you could
Yeah.
wait till it
Yeah.
comes to one of the streaming services and watch it at home and watch it in pieces.
Yeah.
If you so wanted to do.
I was
You
so
know what I'm saying?
disappointed with how long it was when it did come to the streaming service. I didn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
Making a movie is a lot of
Word
work,
up.
man.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Marbell in here saying Stanley Williams, co-founder of the Crips, was a fitness goat.
Word.
Tukey.
Yep.
Big Took. Yeah.
Well, they allowed weight.
I don't think he had a tape out or nothing. Did
No.
he?
Who was the gangster? I think his name was something Green, who fought Tyson. Remember, he was, I think, a
Mitch
blood.
Green.
Yeah,
Mitch
what
Green.
was he, a Crip or a Blood or something like that?
I don't know what he was.
He was some sort of gangster.
Yeah, he was.
He got his ass
affiliated.
whooped. I know that.
Yeah.
That was a
heard
crazy
that
story to people who don't know that. That was some shit. He got called out by, basically Tyson got called out by somebody on the street, and Tyson whooped his ass in the ring and then beat his ass on the street.
Yeah.
When he seen him land the
Bitch
next time.
slapped him. Even.
Exactly. Yeah.
Knock him out like
Crazy
Green.
story.
Like, who said that in the rhyme?
And Mitch Green was no joke, bro. He fucked people up, but it's Mike Tyson, bro. Mike Tyson's a different breed. Other people, Mitch Green was stomping them out.
The thing is that a lot of the guys Mike Tyson ended up, knocking out or ending their careers. They were beating ass on a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's just he was the guy at that point that could whoop all their asses. Up until he started, slipping, having the wrong folks around, and got off the game a little bit. It happens, that's the story sometimes. All right.
I'm seeing Mitch Green was in the he was in various street gangs in New York, but he was with the Black Spades.
Oh, Black Spades.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
See,
Bronxdale Projects.
And the thing is, you're not supposed to, hop from one gang to the other.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't be hood hopping. You stay down with the one hood.
And the Spades. Wow.
Yeah.
We'll ruin them.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right, Megan is saying in the super chat, 20-minute workouts on TV was like light porn for guys.
Back then, shit. Right?
Shout out to Megan.
Yeah, keeping it
She's
real.
awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Megan.
Yep.
She made me one of them little spinny things right there on the corner of the screen.
Yeah.
Mellow,
That was
she's
really
responsible
dope.
for this.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She sent me a
Great
nice
people.
jacket.
Great people.
Yeah. Shout out to me.
But we don't smoke the same jacket.
Word.
Is that right?
All right, I was going to bring this back up. Wouldn't your guys' mother kill you if you wore sandals to a funeral?
Yeah.
Well, I
I was
wouldn't make
thinking
it out
about
the
that. I was
door.
like, my parents would have kicked my ass.
But they were a beach family. It was different. Our parents, yeah, to them it was normal. To us, they're big.
If it was requested by the family, then yeah, you get a pass. But if it's like something you just showed up to because you didn't really give a fuck about the rules.
Right. It was his dad. He could do whatever he wanted.
Yeah, of course.
And it wasn't to be disrespectful. That's just
That's the way he was, yeah.
Can you imagine though, like you're that guy, you write it in your will, it's like, and by the way, put everybody show up in sandals. It's my last wish. And then it's like jokes on you guys.
Yeah, jokes on you. If he
Would've
was that
caught me off guard.
If he's that guy that fucking plays jokes on everybody.
Yeah. I would have had to get a pedicure many months ago.
If you want to come to my funeral, you wear the flip flops or fuck off.
Yeah.
For any man that goes get their shit done, they bust out the sandpaper on your feet, bro. Like they bust out, like for real, bro. They bust out the sandpaper and they take all that shit off. Cause I go get my shit done, cleaned up.
I get my shit done, absolutely.
And yeah, you have to, but especially if you use your dogs a lot, bro, and you run. Like I run a lot, and yeah, bro, that shit.
You build callus.
Yeah, you
doing that
build
shit.
calluses, but you got to be on top of that shit.
Yep, sure do. Don't let your foots go. All right.
All right, Mike's asking, yo, Cali Blaze, top 3 movies. Go.
Oh, boy.
I got nothing. 0. Go. Next.
He's like, what?
I don't.
You give up pretty fast.
I don't have favorite movies. I don't.
Just say Rocky 1, 2, and 3.
No, man. Just pick any couple stupid movies. Tropic Thunder,
Nice.
great
Good.
movie.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Not gonna go Step Brothers because we do it too many times. Let me see something.
Well, if you did it too many times, that must be one of your favorites.
is a good
Okay, there you go. Step Brothers, that counts. Number 2.
Yeah.
3, let's go. Come on, one more.
And then my favorites, they're just tops. How
All
about
right, that tops. Okay, tops.
Come on, let me
favorites.
get one more. One more.
Semantics.
Probably like
I
Fight
watch
Club, bro.
Every time this shit comes on.
He said Revenge of the Nerds. Is that what you said?
I said
Fizan?
Revenge of the Nerds.
But hold on,
That's
man.
one of my favorites.
Let me come back to me for a third. Let me think for a second, so I'm under pressure.
That shit was one of the
Trying to
funniest
think of
movies
something that's a
out
good
there.
one that I watch anytime. I'm just gonna fuck it. It's just good, and I'll go with just Anchorman for the fun.
Boom, there you go. Those are
That didn't
3
even sound
great
like it was that
choices.
hard.
They're not. They're just up there. I just
Those
had
are
to pick
3
something,
top
bro.
choices, buddy.
I just had to pick anything.
All right, cool.
Go on.
At least you did. At
Yeah.
least you did. You did it.
Tried. Fuck you, Mike.
Next.
All right, that seems to be it. Did you guys want to go into submissions?
All right, let's get into these submissions. If we see more super chats as we go, we'll take them. All right. But thank you for those that have popped off. Much love to all y'all.
Time for submissions.
What?
Submissions.
They got coal in this bitch.
Be real
No, it
TV.
seems beautiful.
Dr.
I got a
Greenthumb show.
What's it time for?
Time for submissions. Submissions. Dr. Greenthumb show.
What?
Be real TV. Submissions. Time for submissions. Submissions. Be real
There we
TV.
go.
Thought you were going to spit bars. You never say, here we go, and then they'll spit bars bolted. Come on.
All right, Faded Ghoul saying, yo, I got to give a big shout out to my boy Cali Blaze.
You.
Thank you so much.
Hell yeah, man. Who is that?
Faded Ghoul saying he's all
Faded
stocked
Ghoul.
up.
Candy Fumes is fire, man. We got, and by the way, like you said, we got 4 new strains of smalls and 3 new strains of premiums, new pre-roll. There's a lot going on over there. So go there and make sure when you go to check out BREALTV at the end, will give you an extra discount. So put it on in and go shopping.
It's like candy.
Word, man.
There's a lot of fire.
Yeah. Thank you, Ethan.
All right, Twacken here saying a new ride for the grandson for his 2nd birthday.
Look at that.
Okay. They got some dope shit for kids these days.
Put some NOS on that.
Yeah. We had Hot
NOS.
Wheels. I mean, big wheels.
Low NOS tanks.
Crazy.
You can almost put a little booming system
What
on
was the
that.
other one? Not the big wheels. The one where you could slide. Went like side to side. What the hell?
Oh, the one that the drifting cart one.
It was like a drifter and like went sideways. Fuck.
The big wheel?
Nah, I just
No, it
said
was
not
green.
big wheel.
It was green.
It was the one before big wheel. It was right before big wheel. The green machine?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Green machine.
Green machine. There
Yeah.
it is. The green machine.
Remember there was an Evil Knievel one too.
The special edition.
Yeah, that was ugly.
Yep. That was terrible. I'm just saying that.
This was too. This was horrible.
Yep,
This
terrible.
idea right here.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Hey,
when you're a
but
kid,
you had to
thought it was
work.
Cool. Yeah.
As a kid, you had to work in this thing.
Yep.
It wasn't just some easy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You had to turn right to turn left.
You had to be coordinated.
Yeah.
If thank God we were. Not every kid was though. There was a couple of
Years later, I would learn to hold the microphone on either hand, sir.
We're ambidextrous. Ambidextrous mic holders.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right, he's also put the insane sticker on the back of the Jeep.
Nice.
Put a little sound system right there.
That's the license plate right there.
Right above it. Put some speakers.
Yeah, you could put like some Bluetooth speakers
You know
in
what's
here for
messed
the
up,
kid.
bro? I seen one of these carts out there on the outside, and I was just like, I think they left it out for too long, and somebody wrote their hood on the fucking car, bro.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, bro. Like I seen that shit, I was like, that's fucked up. El juguete del niño, you know? This was like,
Yeah, why are you gonna deface the kid's fucking little whip, dog? That's fucked
this
up.
fool's cart had 3 letters in the fucking hood, bro. And I'm like, fuck, bro. It was fucked up because you could tell that the mom doesn't want the kid to drive it. They left it outside.
Well, you know, all they gotta do is go get some good. Well,
Bro, they blasted the
Yeah.
whole fucking. I'm not gonna shout out the gang. This shit blasted the whole.
You just gotta go get a whole new one. You know what I'm saying? All right.
All right, Whitney in here saying, yo, we out here in Alabama putting this Cali Blaze hash hole on some Marge Simpson shit.
Hell yeah, Alabama. Oh, nice work. Me and E-Zone talk about that. Like, that takes talent, what you did, my friend, and it also causes extreme anxiety.
And
'Cause once
patience.
you get about halfway through the thing, you can't enjoy it anymore because you have to pay attention. Like, I don't want to lose it. So for him to get to that point, he had to be perfectly smoking that shit. It takes so much stress, but congratulations, that is a serious ash.
Yeah, I also made a video on my YouTube. If you guys want to find out how to properly burn a hash hole, go watch it.
Please go watch
It's on
it
my,
before
it's
you
on my
ruin it.
YouTube. Yeah, because a lot of you guys out here fucking them up, and it's not that hard. Somebody just hasn't explained it to you.
Correct.
So I think I did a pretty good job at covering all grounds and how you can have a successful hash hole smoking experience.
Yep. Because people, you can ruin it with one wrong move.
One wrong flick.
One
Or a
more
long
fling,
ass
one
hit.
more, one too big of a hit, or
big
too,
of a hit.
too soon,
Too
Don't hit-
hard.
yeah, too hard, too quick in between hits. Like there's so many things.
It's all pace.
It is, and it's just relax. That bitch is gonna burn for a while. Hit it nice
Yes.
and slow.
It's pace and certain variables you must know to not fuck it up.
Yep, go watch that video.
Watch it.
Braggy B's asking Cali Blaze
Yo.
top 3 days of the week.
Motherfucker.
Cali's gonna time you out.
Nah, fuck it. I'll go at Monday, and most people hate it.
Right.
But me, no, it's like this is a start. Let's do it. Thursday and Friday.
All right.
Good.
We've learned a couple things today.
Yeah, there we go.
His favorite days and a couple of his top movies.
Wait, Saturday, Sunday? They don't make the cut?
No, not really. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I'm going to pick one because I spend at least one weekend with my parents every weekend for years since they moved out here. So, yeah, I'm going to take a Saturday just for family time.
All right.
There you go.
Sounds good.
All right, the Inner Realms is showing off all the tapes that he's put out.
Oh, yeah.
Right on.
Salute to him. I'm almost done selecting some beats for some beat project we're working on.
Are you?
No,
running on
just
it, or-
no, it's
oh,
like
oh.
some sampling stuff. This We Don't Smoke the Same project.
Awesome.
You need some bars, let me know, man. I got you.
Bring it.
That would be good.
Yeah, right. Please.
I'll write it for you. Come on.
Come on, be any day, bro. That'd be my dream come true, man. You write it, I'll do it.
Inner Realms is showing off a fat joint with the Fat Funky.
Fat.
That's a nice
See the
joint.
what?
That
Did
is
you see
pretty good.
Fat joint. Be Real's earlier today.
That is pretty good.
That's a longer joint.
There's a little twist in the front.
A little bit of
Still a good job because that's a big motherfucker, man.
Like a little Wolverine claw.
I could tell you that they enjoyed it.
Zoom in on the front, Bolton.
You talking at the neck?
Nah, in the front.
Yeah, why you reviewing this joint there? They didn't ask for that.
Settle down, baby.
It's that little dent.
Yeah, you relax over here. This was just for enjoyment, not
Clean
for,
nails too, you know. Big extra point.
That's key too, though. You know, you gotta have clean nails.
I was thinking that. I was gonna say something, but I said no. I better have.
Like not too many guys be having like clean hands like that, bro. I keep my shits cut because I already know I'd be touching everything.
And you know, but this is a good submission because he kept that in mind. You know what I mean?
I think he's married too.
Yeah. Yep.
Probably.
Did that bum you out, Bolton?
No. I was like, hey, he's married. He probably has his shit together.
Yeah, he's got his shit together, son. Majorly. All right.
Yo, shout out to the Inner Realms. All right, we got Joe in here. Joe saying, maybe Ezone will like this. He's saying, I've been going to yard sales lately, and I've been picking up some Nintendo 64 games.
Those are good. Those are special edition ones, bro. If that's original copy. There's a lot of recreations going around there, but there's still a market for vintage stuff. You just gotta find it. Those are good come ups.
Like toast.
True that.
We got a Yazzie in here saying I'm smoking on this carbon fiber.
Okay.
Word. All right.
I've smoked that before.
Have you ever had that strain?
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Looks familiar, but like, because you know, it's got that name carbon fiber, but it's probably something else.
It looks like the one I smoked.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Bolton, get us some genetics on that bitch.
Why doesn't it look? Educate me.
What's that?
Why does it look all stuck together like a
What do you mean
clump
stuck
of
together?
Dense nugs.
of like?
Well, they're dense. Their density.
Yeah.
It's the density, but it's their. Watch, go back.
There we go. It's cookies and cream times what? Grape pie, biscotti, and cookies and cream.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's got a biscotti cookies look.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's a good. Some of those they look like that, and they don't taste good. Some of those look like that, and they
taste
smoke
great,
good.
yeah.
That's one of the ones that looks like that. and
Yeah,
smells
they're not clumped together. These are all like individual nuggets. They're just different sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why aren't they leafy?
Because each bud has different characteristics. Some grow fluffy, some grow round, some grow pointy, some grow elongated.
Well, in terms of the leaf too, is that some motherfuckers just like, you know, they be on their trim game and get that leaf the fuck out. Some leave a little bit of leaf in,
which is okay. It's better than shaving it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
better
leave
than
that
shaving it.
tiny bit of leaf.
Absolutely.
Yep. Then don't shave that bitch. But one thing that sucks, people really got to get over in weed, guys. It'll change your life. Stop judging it all on the color and the look, because some of the best flavored weed out there does not look great.
Yeah,
It just
sometimes
don't.
it doesn't.
It
Yeah.
really just don't. And people will look at it and be like, I don't want it. Like,
Or they're small nuggets.
Smell it first. Yeah.
Or they might be small nuggets.
right.
You're like,
Just
what the
smell
fuck is this? And I'll tell you what, sometimes the smaller nuggets
Pack a punch.
taste way better than the bigger nuggets.
Okay.
It's not always, but
Don't judge it by the look. Smell it first, because realistically, what most real smokers really care about is that flavor. So if you smell something and it's like, wow, that smells good, but it doesn't look so pretty, who cares? If it tastes the way it smells, that's a keeper. Don't be like, oh, the shit is green and doesn't have any purple and it. What the fuck does that matter? It's about flavor, you know? It's about taste and experience.
Yeah, I'm more disappointed whenever I get like something that looks really good and it doesn't smoke good, as compared to sometimes when I feel like I bought something that the nugs are very small and I'm like, man, motherfucker kept all the big nugs. Or, like, there's nothing, there's no like good looking nugs, and then it ends up tasting bomb. and
yeah,
then
it
you're just like,
ends up being better.
Yeah.
Because when you learn why the nuggets are so big, then you realize why the smaller nuggets are more potent and taste better, and they're more powerful and have more impact. Because the shit that has the little nuggets, chances are they didn't put anything in that nutrient regimen to
enlarge
it like a steroid, if you will, and others do. And that's why you'll see nuggets that are way fucking blown out. You're like amazed by them.
Some grow big. But
Some
you're
grow
right.
big, but most of the time,
A lot of times PGRs.
motherfuckers are using PGR to inflate,
Correct.
the size of that particular plant.
And density.
And they look great, but they don't necessarily taste great, or they might look and smell great, but they don't necessarily have impact.
They'll crumble up like powder or some of them things.
They get drier faster.
Yeah, they dry up. You go to crunch them. Yeah, they're no good. But there are some buds that are like OGs, like a lot of OGs. Those are some, you can get some big buds on OGs, but certain strains, they like, man, I've never seen them so big. A lot of times it's just like he said, they're juicy.
PGR, yeah. Because like
And they're not
OGs
good for you, by the way. To smoke
I'm
good for your lungs.
I'm definitely like I'm like sensitive to that shit.
It'll fail.
If I smoke something that has PGRs in it, I'm affected immediately.
You know it.
I know it. Yes, that's why I try not to smoke any of that. So that when I see big ass blown out buds,
right,
I tend to stay away from them because I already know what that shit has in it.
Right. Make sure you buy clean weed, people, for that reason, because they test for those things. And
you get shortness of breath or what?
No, it just causes like the inflammation that causes like congestion and shit like that. Almost like when you have like allergies. You know how it starts here and then it gets down here and then here. It's just like that. I'm allergic to something in those PGRs. So like when I see I see bags with those big ass blown out nuggets, I tend not to smoke those because I already know that unless that particular strain grows like that by itself and they're not putting any of the shit into it, and you could tell when it's that and when it's not. And so I don't smoke them like that. And a lot of black market guys do that, because the regular market that you go into a dispensary, you can't have PGRs in your weed.
They'll fail.
Yeah, they'll fail.
Oh yeah.
But on the black market,
they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck.
It's all about weight.
You know what I mean? And some of these growers know it. They know no one's gonna take that weed to be tested. You got it out of a shop.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. You know what I mean? But if you go buy something top shelf off of the counter and put it next to this shit, this shit looks crazier. But like if you do the taste test, you're gonna fucking like the other shit better than you're gonna like that. And that's a fact.
Knowledge.
And that's what happens with the black market shit. That's what you're dealing with. You see these crazy extravagant looking nuggets and they're like they're it's like they took steroids.
Salts give you a lot of false hope too. Not always, but people who overdo it with salts, you get these crazy looking buds, but it don't translate to flavor.
And it gives a nasty ass aftertaste, bro.
Yeah, taste.
I fucking hate that. That's the kind of weed that I was talking about earlier, bro. Where it's like, it's most of these people that have switched it up and added a lot of salts to their shit. And you're just like, bro, man, I don't know what the fuck happened, bro. But they started introducing all these new things to a recipe that didn't need to be changed up.
Yeah.
And yeah, bro.
Well, with salts, you got to dial that shit in extra, and you got to know what you're doing for that to utilize
minimal. People overdo it. They use the maximum amount. If you're gonna do it, use the least. Most people overdo everything with plants. You give them too much. Less is more. Like a lot of people who are growing really good weed are going back to the old school ways, giving it just the 3-part that it needs and low reg. Bro, if you have good genetics, you flood the plant's receptors. Just like people, if you overtake any drug or medicine, your body gets used to it. So you don't need to flood it, man. Let the plant flourish.
So
overload it.
When you see weed like that, then when we're here on the show and you see that, you're already thinking all these things.
Yeah, I'm already like,
that's terrible.
Like, look, that's sort of what it looks like.
Stuff that's harder than a rock.
Yep, that's gonna crumble into powder too.
There's PGR weed that looks better than this. I mean, this is a bad representation, but there are some that looks way better than that. And you would be fooled by it.
Right.
It's just, they got their cure game down. These ones didn't necessarily have that, but you could tell because they're just big, overblown golf ball type nuggets. All right.
I was gonna say too, kind of like you were saying, B. I get very I get a very big stuffy nose whenever I've had that kind of weed.
Yeah, it'll give you sinus infections and shit like that, like like you have an allergy, because you're probably allergic to the fucking elements of that PGR they're adding.
And it's bad for you.
Bad for you,
A lot of those things are really bad, bro.
Yeah, inflammation in the lungs ain't good for you at all. All right. What else you got?
We got a few super chats here. Marbell's asking, could we get MC Ren on the show?
I've been trying. You know, the man's busy, and, you know, he keeps a tight schedule. But, you know, when we can get him, we will.
Bring it.
Karina's saying, hey, fam, just tuning in from Orlando. Going to miss the next few days, so I want to wish B a very happy birthday weekend.
Oh, thank you very much. I didn't even realize it was this weekend. Thank you for reminding me.
Damn.
She's saying tons of love and thanks for everything. Appreciate you beyond words. Much love.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I think your birthday is on the 2nd, so it's next Monday, right?
No, it's Sunday.
Oh, well.
Wow.
I believe it's Sunday.
Dude, how the fuck do you not know your own birthday, bro?
Because none of us do.
I don't keep track.
He kept it a secret for fucking 100 years.
I've never had.
It's still his birthday.
I have no idea
Nobody
what
ever
day
knew.
my birthday's coming this year. I know what date it'll be on, but
He
not
will
what
be
day.
lying about his age, bro.
Yeah, your birthday's on
I know.
Monday.
He's been doing that since we was kids.
It's off by like 3 years, bro.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's been doing that since we was kids. Nobody really knows.
I don't even know. Come on.
Mystery box giveaway. How old is B Real? All right, we got Midget Mike in here saying, did you see Texas about to ban THC? He's saying,
What?
I'm cooked.
Yeah.
Yo, so it's almost there. It passed the Texas Senate and House, I believe. It's on the, I think, governor's desk. If this fucker signs it, here's what's so devastating about that. We're talking about all products, not like just THCA.
All of it.
All of it, which means that all these, there's 53,000 employees right now that work for dispensaries that are supposed to be there. So that'd be 53,000 jobs gone overnight. That's number one, gone. And it also produced hemp and cannabis, produced 8 or 10 billion for Texas last year. How fucking stupid could you be? How fucking 8 to 10 billion.
It'll find its way back up there.
Fuck, bro. And 50,000
Listen,
people out of jobs.
What we know that is that it creates capital. It creates revenue stream. You know what I mean? So Texas is all about the money. You know, this is green, you know, this is like green oil. You know what I'm saying? So they're just pretty much harnessing it back so that they can control it better.
That's what they're trying to say, but you shouldn't ban it all because you're going to devastate.
Oh,
a
well,
huge
we're talking
economy.
about Texas. They don't give a fuck about any of that.
Well, they should because that's agricultural, most of it, and that's one of their biggest GDP is agriculture.
Yeah,
So they don't have as much tech. You know?
I think they're going to flip it.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't pass. That's all. Let's all hope it doesn't pass for their sake. That's fucked up, man. They will lose a lot, and the people who invested in those business, their money's gone, bro. Until they fix it, if you have a store, you're done. It says up to a year in jail, I think, for possession or something, and like 10 years for selling it. You should see what they're proposing the penalty is. One, if that passes, oof, it's gonna be one of the harshest penalties in the country. Is there?
Yeah, Texas. Yeah. Let's hope they don't stay going backwards. I think they'll turn it around.
I hope it don't pass.
But we'll see what happens. All right. Is there any more?
No, that seems to be it.
Thank you for your submissions and your super chats and your time, love, energy, and all that. We appreciate all of you for being here with us. You could be anywhere else, and you're here with us, and we fucks with you for that. Always. All right. So much love to all y'all. Be safe out there. Pass that positive energy around always. Mellow, you got any shout outs?
Shout out to you, my brother E-Zone and Cali Blaze at the table. Shout out to everybody in the chat room today. The brothers behind us to make us look and sound fresh as hell. On that note, just check me out on social media. It's right here. You know what I'm saying? And get the new merch that's in my bio. Pick that up and have a good time with that. And check for the shows and all that stuff there. I just leave it all right there. So I'm your boy Mellow Man Ace, and I hope something amazing happens for you today. Peace and love up there in the treehouse.
Yo, shout the Insane Asylum, shout to Ray Morning Shot Film, shout to the Dominator. We got DJ FM up in the mix coming up in about 5-10 minutes, so get ready for that. And what up, Blaze?
Shout out to everybody here at the table. 5150s. Good seeing you back, B. Go to CaliBlaze.net, put in code BREALTV at checkout. Definitely check out the new drops, smalls, bigs, new hand roll. And yeah, that's about it. What are we on Wednesday? I'll see you guys on Friday. Much love.
Salute to everybody for tuning in this morning for the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. We will not have an episode tomorrow. We got something we are headed to. There will be a vlog for it, though. So make sure you tune in for that. Also, everybody, tune in later for on my Whatnot. I will be live. We will be ripping some cards. So everybody, I know they say it feels like a casino. So make sure you guys tune in for that. And watch the how to roll a hash roll video. I mean, how to properly smoke a hash roll video on my vlog now.
All shout outs to God. Swallow that.
BREALTV.